up, guys? Welcome back to another brand new episode of Don't Be Sour. I'm your host, Maxx Tuning, here with the man, the myth, the legend, Christian Guma.
What up? What up?
And Joe, Bop It a Boopy.
Yep.
Hey, do you notice anything new in the studio? Anything? Everybody, look around.
The sign's lit up. Wait, no, it's always been lit up.
The sign is, it used to be like this. Oh. Look at that. Got a dimmer.
How much you pay for
I
that?
just made her. Actually, Christian's employees did it.
Oh, okay.
I traded a treadmill.
Yeah.
Treadmill
MILL.
to your general manager.
Yeah.
And instead of money, I go, hey, how about, can I just have like manual labor of that amount? So I got like an office painted.
Yeah, when you had me text Anthony that, he was like, hell yeah. He was so excited.
But I wonder, I was like, is Christian going to be essentially paying for this?
Matt,
watch that audit
he
there.
asked,
You want to check that.
He asked me if Anthony would be down. So I screenshotted, sent to Anthony, and then Anthony was like, I would love a treadmill. Yeah, I'll trade some work.
Yeah, but the real question, I want to throw Anthony under the bus. The real question is if the contractors are still sending you hours to be billed for this.
Yeah, but see,
Like Anthony got the treadmill and you're paying the contractors.
that's not my problem. This
is a Christian problem.
Just trying to do a friend a favor.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, dude, okay. Let's just, what are some updates? Anybody got any updates? Anything cool happened this
I've been
week?
on 3 times. I'm just here for moral support at this point. People are sick of me.
No.
Past 2 episodes.
People got upset last time.
What did you do last
It's
time?
not nothing bad. If you touch on politics, you're going to 50-50 no
I'm not
matter
going to
what.
lie. That P word, I was like, man,
Yeah.
the politics word, you know, I haven't been keeping up as much
Well, don't
in the
worry.
last few weeks. As
Yeah,
I
I mean, it
normally
doesn't
do.
even matter. It's just the 50-50. Like, it's such. If I say I love Mercedes, half the BMW. Like, there's some topics you can't win. So, last podcast, 50-50 was.
Well,
pretty
don't worry.
upset.
This episode, no politics except for
Nice.
the end. We're going to test Christian's political knowledge because he
Great
says.
presence, 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah, how would you rate Joe Biden? 1 out of 10. I'm going to. I have to leave for Spain. I think we're actually going to have to take a break off this podcast for 1 week, unless I film another episode like tomorrow. I have to go to Spain for a week.
Not
Like,
for manufacturing or for
Yeah,
weddings?
for manufacturer. So out of nowhere. So I have to go to LA next weekend. Okay, but then randomly, because we're going through this transition with.
That sucks.
I know. Well, no, it doesn't suck to go to LA, but it sucks I have to go to Spain first and then go to LA. It's going to be a hectic week.
Spain to LA? That's LA airport. Oh.
Yeah. Well, we've been going through all these like manufacturer changes, right? And then I had some like, nothing ever goes as smooth as you think it does, even if you plan it out. Like I've been playing this manufacturer switch for like 2 years now.
This is the same. Didn't you already go?
I went a year ago. But now it's like already rolled out. Like the new candy's rolled out, and we've had some issues with like 1 or 2 flavors. So it's just like with anything with the time change, like you're already gonna have like a whole bunch of back and forth delays, and you need samples. So when I go there, I can do a lot of things in real time in like the production. Like we can like we'll be at the factory, change stuff, adjust.
Does it
tweaks.
save a lot of time or like?
It saves a lot of time. It probably saves like 3 to 4 weeks of time. I can do everything I want to go back and forth on in like 2 days.
Yeah.
So it's an expensive kind of. It's frustrating to have to go there, and then I'm gonna be there for 2 days, and then fly to LA.
Is Taylor going or no?
Yeah, Taylor's going.
That's good.
Yeah, I need someone with me, like at all
shit
time.
like that's like, fuck, that just sucks to go alone.
Yeah, that's like the kind of the craziest shit going on for me. What anything new on y'all? I mean, I have a lot of stuff I can talk about going on in my world.
No, I don't know where I'm going to live.
Where are you living right now?
An apartment. I rent
downtown,
all the
right?
time. Yeah,
Downtown?
Kirby. It sucks. I'm ready for a house.
Where in Houston or?
Looking at like Fulshire, Richmond, Rosenberg.
Where's
I don't
Fulshire?
fucking know. Between Katy and Rosenberg. It's like a new area.
Oh, okay.
Middle of nowhere. I don't know. Max's neighborhood, that direction. New, like where the lot is.
Joe changes up where he's gonna live
Every-
or what house
Yeah.
type. Like,
All I
car.
know is I'm ready to get out of the apartment. I don't know where I'm going, but I know I want to go.
Why don't you like that apartment? You just don't like
It's
going
gone
back to an
downhill.
apartment?
It's a little hood. Yeah.
Do you like, is it because it's an apartment?
Well, it's already annoying because it's an apartment. I'm on the 10th floor. I have a dog. Taking her out at midnight. It's a pain in the ass. But then also the apartment's just like cars are getting stolen. There was a shooting. There's piss in the elevators.
Joe's like, yeah,
2 of the elevators don't work. I rant about this all the time. It's going downhill pretty quick. I think all of Houston is going downhill pretty quick.
What?
Yeah. No. Seriously.
not
Houston,
Stafford, Sugarland, Missouri City.
Yeah, no,
Tell you that.
nothing happens in Sugarland, but
Sugarland's
Houston's
great.
crime rate is way up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I something else I've been working on. I just hired a new remote inventory analyst.
Well, how'd that go? Did it start today?
Well, so they start next week, right when I'm in Spain, which is not ideal. So what's interesting is so I need to create. This is the first person that I've really hired that has come from experience, right? They come from actually a previous CPG brand that was on Shark Tank, so it's relevant to what we're doing. So she starts next week, and the problem is everyone else that's
She worked on Shark Tank. What?
She worked for a company that company was on Shark Tank. It's a CPG brand. It's a snack company. I just don't want to mention where she worked and stuff. I don't know if it matters, but the company was on Shark. It doesn't matter. Every person I've hired has always started from the bottom, learned.
This is the first hire.
Yeah, hire. So I'm oh shit, I need to teach them essentially everything of inventory, and until you actually map it out. I've had a couple meetings and now I'm creating these slideshows, and I can create a Loom video so I can explain everything in our in our spreadsheets, and then we're going to go into NetSuite, and so it's all going to change regardless. But you don't realize how much information is in your head, because to me it's very simple. Okay, I have the candy, the bags, the boxes come here, the boxes come from here. We got to take it there. We got to do all this stuff. This type of retailer needs it in this box. That so we have to order all this stuff, and I just have all this information in my brain. But when you try to put it into documents,
yeah, it's hard.
You realize not only how much shit you have going on in your brain. You're maybe I'm smarter than I thought I was, and I know more than I do, or I think, or I act like I do. But then I feel this is gonna be so overwhelming for someone to just see it all out. And I'm trying to make it cool, a cool document with images of we have the candy. I'm putting images of our candy, and then we have the boxes, and I'm putting images of our boxes rather than just a text sheet. Complicated.
Yeah, but if you do it how you're doing it, I think it'll really sit with them more, because if I saw something like that, people are smarter than you think. So they definitely can, if you could do it, no offense, anybody could do it.
Well, I know that's the thing is when I was hiring this person, I was yeah, there's no playbook, or there's no previous employee that they can just teach you how to do it. I was I myself and one of my employees do all the inventory, and we do it kind of poorly because we mess up a lot. But it's just really me deciding what to order. So I don't have any, I don't have anyone to teach you how to do it because I'm just winging it.
It's called your gut.
I know. Yeah. I'm emotionally ordering product inventory, deciding how much to store.
That was the first 10 years of my business, bro.
Yeah. And
I remember that.
And
Got
while
shit talked every weekend.
While I'm working on this document, when I'm on the computer and I'm actually physically typing things, or really typing things into a spreadsheet or creating a document, in my head I'm okay, this is work. But what do you classify as work? As someone who works for themselves.
This is shit I think about all day when in my head. I'm just
because half the time, sometimes when I'm in the office, I'm am I actually working on anything?
Am I being productive?
Yeah, in your opinion,
that's
what is actually productive work? Or because as an influencer, you could be scrolling on TikTok to see trends, and some people would say that is work, or I'm watching this video to see how someone did something.
No.
In my mind, if you're not physically typing on a keyboard, you're not doing work. If I'm walking around my warehouse looking at the racks and just thinking about stuff, I do a lot of thinking.
What's weird, bro? Because the CEO role now, I've been going through what's been in my head this week and last week.
Wait, the who? What happened?
CEO. He's
CEO.
a CEO.
No, I'm the CEO.
Oh.
But now that we have an operations person, right? This is the first time ever having an operations person, which they're linked to all the other managers, and obviously, so that's kind of my first time having this dynamic where it's I'm obviously CEO, but I've been working a lot more from home and just going to Alphaland once a day and kind of booking all my meetings and stuff around that one trip per day. But I'm spending a lot more time at home when I used to be in office at 9 a.m. every day, no matter what.
What are you doing at home? Playing Pokemon and stuff?
No, well, it's interesting because a lot now that I have all these people and everything working and things are moving, it's almost things just feel they take so fucking long to make. If I make a call or all the questions that come to me at the beginning of the week, because we have end of week manager reports where they all do that, and then I send out everything on Monday morning, and then it's almost I need to let them run and execute and not just keep bogging them down with more shit. Because my thing is I just kind of come in on any day and I just be oh my gosh, there's you said let me scroll on TikTok. I have an idea. What if? But then I go and interrupt all the smooth motion that they're already kind of making. So I almost feel like I'm kind of, it's odd. It's different for me, you know, because I used to just I didn't have a designer. I didn't have a operations person. So it's weird because I'm like stepping back more. And I feel that there's more time now, which is like weird.
Yeah, I feel like I'm busier
because I could be doing little shit, like I don't mean to call it little shit, but like, you know, really intricately like kind of get it. But I don't know. I find that I finally have like designers I trust more than my option, you know, stuff like that. But I still want to give my feedback. But I'm trying to figure out how much of my feedback to give and when, and like how much to interrupt the flow. You know what I mean?
Does stuff take longer now with Alpha Elite?
No,
Like if y'all got into that corporate, because obviously the more corporate you go, it goes from like
we
get something done.
We went super corporate. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
reached our peak corporate long timeline to turn something over probably in 2022. But now like we're cutting all the middlemen out. Yeah, kind of like you said, like by going to Spain and stuff to cut that timeline. I'm sending our designers everything to Turkey and our places so they can like kind of speed up a lot of that. And so now we're on the track to kind of start speeding production time up again, which is like really
slippery slope.
Yeah,
'cause you get too and then something that used to take you 2 hours now takes a team of people a week and a half because everyone has to put their taste on it. And
bro,
fucking sign it.
I was thinking about the other day. I was talking to Taylor. Like, not that I have any interest in doing this, but I always say I'm like if I really wanted to, I could hire a CEO to run Sour Strips, pay him a big whatever the salary is, and I could essentially really take a step back and they would run it. But I was like, the problem is that
it's boring.
Well, not only boring, but then you think of all the complications that would come up because of like when Mona texts me and goes, "Hey, Target needs these multiple different images for like these party packs we have rolling out," and I'm like, okay, I sit down and I whip them up in like 10 minutes. But if the CEO needed those documents, he'd go, okay,
he'd be asking
I need the graphic designer, and be like, oh, we don't have that because like for simple stuff, I just do it. Like you don't realize like how many tasks you do that like if you section them out would be like 12 different people that you would actually need if you really wanted
exactly how I'm feeling.
That happens to everybody. The bigger you are, the worse. Like you go to like Google, where it's like, even for you, back in the day, it's like you want something done with your website, 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Then you have like a big corporation do it, and now it's a week, and we got to quote this and do this and do this and do this, and it's just like at some point, it's a little bit easier to not go that far.
And you know, like when like say back to 22, that was their biggest year, but that was also like the kind of a big like that was the kind of point of how you just said like the more corporate you get, right? The more
red tape, dude.
The more kind of everything. Like, then you hit a point where you're just overstocked as shit, and then because you kind of wanted to read, listen to all the comments that said like, why are you fucking out of stock? So you stock it up, and then now it's like you kind of swap. I don't know. We're in a pivotal point, and it's interesting because I'm also kind of at the same time more further away in a sense.
Yeah.
I'm like overseeing everything, but I'm not like, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird.
Even with like Sour Strips, I feel like it's gotten to a point where I'm still so much in the weeds, but I don't need to be as in the weeds as I once was. And there's a lot of times during the day, I'm like, okay, I did the high level task. I'm waiting on emails from X, Y, and Z. I'm waiting on
it's
the
like
things.
Once everything's fucking
you're
done,
just waiting.
I'm like waiting. I think that's called building a successful company.
Yeah. Well, I tell Taylor, I go,
yes.
I really, and I say this like loosely, but I'm like, I don't have anything to do for the rest of the day. But I go, yeah, I mean, I could do things that I need in 6 months that only take me an hour, but I'm not the type of person, like, I'd rather wait closer to that date.
Yeah, you just gotta wait till it comes and handle them as they come, and like
just playing my dick all day.
Yeah.
But
But
then it really is like sometimes some things you just get done so much faster. When I launched those Everforward backpacks, right? I waited till like 3 days before they went live.
Yeah, bro, you told me, he goes, I waited 3 days before, then I spent like, 10 minutes taking the photos, maybe 15 minutes uploading them.
Yeah.
And then made all this money and sold them out. Well, and I'm like, yeah, it could be that simple. I know I got a huge team, and it's like,
well, bro, I mean,
in 45 minutes, I did what like I had a photographer and like a content person. I did the whole thing in 45 minutes.
Think back to 2018 at Summer Park Drive. We had that little photo studio room, that storage room.
Yeah.
That you, me, Heidi, we would all use that, and then just go and pop in the office, edit the photos, put them on the website. Bro, it's like those are, and it's crazy. Those are the years where all the profit.
You assholes would drop like all the photos and the products night before launch and be like, here you go, Joe. And put them on the website.
Oh yeah, then be like, Joe, where's the website? Come on, man, we've got
yeah,
launch.
like literally like 10 p.m. night before launch, they'd be like, all right, here's the final design. I'm just like,
yeah, and then
a lot of
and then at like
all-nighters in the
9
office.
a.m., I'm like, wait, Joe, can we just change like the theme on the video?
Well,
yeah,
here's-
things are a little bit more organized now.
Here's the question. You hear all the time about delegation, which obviously we've learned that delegation is good. But
Sometimes.
But still, there's a lot of things that you could delegate that you choose not to because I don't delegate the things that I enjoy doing. Like when Mona needs a couple, images, documents, and I just need to whip them up. Like, yeah, I could have someone that she emails and that's their only job is to do graphic design, but I enjoy doing that. Even this document that I'm creating for this new employee, I am kind of enjoying doing this thing, even though I'm like, should I be doing this? But I kind of enjoy it. I think being an owner is really figuring out what you actually want to delegate. But that's why I look at the inventory. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, then I get all like, oh, I'm making progress. I'm like, everyone's working. Then I look at the inventory. I'm like, oh shit, or the day with sales are low on a day, and I'm like, well, what do we got to go do? I wanted that clicks me to want to go back in, but then it's almost like training that reaction.
What do you think
impulse.
boosts if sales are low on clothing? It's been so long since I've done the clothing.
That's universal right now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think. Well, I think
Not for you. I'm saying,
Oh, thank God.
No. I've even seen random stuff and people I know, even at Young LA and stuff. Everyone has said that right now. I don't even know if it's clothing.
Everyone's
or
doing a
just
spring
everything.
sale.
No, I think just nothing's selling. I think maybe food's different, but even in the tech sector, everythinging's sales are just down.
no one has any fucking money, bro.
Is that why?
I heard
Yeah.
that the tickets at even the Steve Aoki concert, even stuff like that's hard. No
Everything.
one's buying tickets.
Well, dude, I mean, we're cabinets, houses aren't selling. No one's selling houses right now.
It's
partially because rates are 7 point
it's
something
called the
percent, but,
economy or what?
the thing.
hey, dude, economy's the best it's ever been.
Yeah, it's a bullshit.
What's crazy is literally, the SPY is at all-time high.
I know.
But everyone doesn't
No one
have
wants
any
to spend
money.
any money.
But the economy, if you looked at it on a stock market, yeah, there's a lot of tech stocks and stuff that are down. But as the whole market, the SPY or VOO or something that tracks the whole market, it's almost an all-time high, the highest it's ever been. And somehow people still
ain't
have money.
spending money right now.
Well, it's
Do you ever
because
think younger, anyone under 30 is just really I feel like a large percent of us
yeah.
just wouldn't. I've seen stuff 40-something% don't have over $1,000
yeah.
and
It's
stuff
more
like
than
that
that.
where it's just that's crazy.
I see.
There's the average U.S. household has less than $2,500 in their savings.
Yeah.
Or something. It was a crazy number. Maybe it wasn't that, but it was something insane.
I've seen I watch a lot.
That's to everyone listening that needs to be fucking motivation. That's not you need to strive to do better.
Yeah,
than
but
that.
I mean, also, no, not getting politics here, but you have a lot of people that $4,000 a month after taxes, and then you got $2,500
Yeah,
in rent, your car
100%,
payment, your food for your kids. I mean,
bro.
you can blow $4,000 real quick.
Well, I saw a video because I consume a lot of content that talks about just the state of the economy, how people are quote unquote broke, can't afford stuff. I see a lot of these TikTok videos of people saying I make this much money. They're crying on camera because they can't afford, they can't get a job. So I'm seeing a lot of it from all the different sides of the world or all the different levels of people. And one thing that there's this random video that popped up that was this guy's a truck driver, literally films from a GoPro in a semi truck, and he was saying that he's if you have under $10,000 in your bank at this stage of the world, you're broke. He's if you have less than $10,000,
I think 10 is a number for sure. That's it's a nice number to. I mean, just as an emergency fund, bro. Your car goes. I mean, anything could happen on the road, and what are you gonna do?
Well, people don't have emergency funds. The other day, we were watching our friend David and Julia's dog, right? He randomly started throwing up blood.
Oh.
Threw up on the carpet. I'm cleaning that up, and then he throws up 2 more times, and it's all blood. And we're like, oh my God. So we rush him to the 24-hour vet right near where you are. And I mean, we were there for 3 hours, and then the bill, which David and Julia were on the phone, obviously, and they paid it, but just this random occurrence was $2,000.
Yep.
Oh, bro,
And
remember
people
Ava?
would go, yeah.
When Ava ate that mushroom or some shit and went all loopy, dude, that was $7,000.
Yeah, ate one of your mushrooms.
He paid for it, so.
But I'm saying
You're
imagine
paid for
out
that,
of
but-
nowhere if you have an animal people decide
Bro,
do I save my dog or go into
him
debt
down,
or
yeah.
I found a hurt kitten underneath at the gym in the parking lot.
You didn't throw him in the water like the tortoise, did you?
No. It's a hot summer day, bro. I save this kitten. I take it to the vet, trying to be a good person, right? Kitten needs x-rays, right? Kitten needs this. All of a sudden, I go from, oh my gosh, I hear this like noise, this cat meowing, right? And I find the cat, go save him. Walked out of that center with a $1,700 bill for this cat I saved.
And then it died right after.
And then we gave it to
Did you take it with you?
No, so we
just let it back out in the world.
We go back on the street, bro. No, we posted on Instagram. This girl came to pick it up with like a cat bag and all this stuff. And turns
like,
out,
was it hers or you just gave it?
No, like she was like wanting to come and take it because me and Heidi's allergic, right? So, but months later, apparently she had to give Hobbs up. So, I don't know where Hobbs is anymore. Yeah, I named him.
Huh.
You didn't mention that in the story.
Yeah, he just drops it at the end.
Yeah,
like Hobbs, like Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah,
cat after the tiger.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, the world is broke. So I think the full circle is that if people are, I mean, I watch a lot of these like financial audit videos by Caleb Hammer, and like it's
is that the guy you podcasted?
Yeah,
I started following.
It's
him.
a really interesting thing.
I would not let him. Would you let him audit you?
Oh no, bro.
He would talk a lot. Of shit.
I know.
No, but like his thing is, so there's this guy on YouTube, Caleb Hammer. I've done a podcast with him. And his whole thing is called Financial Audit, where he sits down with like real people, like everyday people. They're not influencers or celebrities or anything like that. They're just like average people who want to come on the show who are like, I'm in debt. And he goes over all of their finances and like learns about their debt, their income and everything. And you learn, and not everyone is like this, but you learn all of the mistakes, because the whole thing is that Caleb just yells at the people. And it's like almost like a slap of reality of like, oh, you're paying the minimum payment on your credit card bill. You have $5,000 in debt, but you got Quiznos, and then you stopped at the gas station 4 times and got like $3 Gatorades, and like you did all these things, and so people make all these poor decisions. But I think a lot of times with like clothing is like, if people are down to their last dollars, like people aren't as open to spending
100%.
20, 30, 40, 50, $100 on a new t-shirt or something.
Well, what 35-year-old? I mean, when you go to the gym, and usually guys are in raggedy old, clothes, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So, but it's also like you can't. I've been fighting in my head with you can't let the outside world or whatever's happening there, like you can't let that be an excuse to why like we're not selling super high, right? During this little, it's hard to not let that like just no one has money, like
what,
because that mentality, your company's done.
What advice do y'all have? It always feels out of pocket whenever I talk about finances because doing well now, but I always try to reference back of like when I wasn't doing well, I still had the same mentality of, oh, I need to not spend more than I make. I need to like be smart with my money. Like even when I was making $10 an hour, but like what advice do you have to people who are like maybe struggling with money, and like how do you tell people to properly like spend money, save money?
I don't know. I think it's almost like a lot of people like just don't really care, which sounds wild to us.
They don't think about their future self.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I got $50. Let me go buy something. And it's just like a lot of people just don't really care when it comes, if they have enough to kind of, they're good. So it's my thing was I always like would set like markers to get my savings to, and I kind of use that even when I was like my first job. I would just store my money and try to keep it, and I had cash, so I would do guitar lessons and put it all in the little suit jacket in my closet. And like I wouldn't until I got $2,000, I wasn't able to buy anything. Until I got $5,000 accumulated, I wouldn't be able to go and make any big purchases, stuff like that. But I don't think that's enough.
How did
of a tip
when you weren't making just the billions of dollars you're making now?
Yeah, I'm a bad person to ask. I've never had that. Like, there's a point where
you
like
never had to budget money.
Not really.
You fucking
no. Not saying like me personally. I'm just saying like there's never been a situation where I was like, I don't know if I can afford to get Quiznos today. I've never had that situation where I was like, I can't buy a Gatorade at the gas station because I'm not gonna be able to buy gas. I've never been in that situation. I've been blessed with family and stuff, and then done decently well. Like I don't even know how. I do think a lot of people maybe run into that like you only live once thing a little too hard. Mm-hmm. But I get that too. So it's like you could be fucking miserable, save all your money just so you get out of debt or whatever. But then like, what if you get hit by a fucking bus tomorrow? Now you're miserable for the last year, didn't do anything with your friends, didn't do anything you wanted to do, and now you're dead. And like, congrats.
How do y'all balance the concept of
hold up. I'm saying like that Caleb guy, I think in his mind, like if you're in debt, you do nothing until you're out of debt, which I agree with that.
I agree with that.
But also if it takes you 5 years, I mean, you miserable and want to kill yourself for 5 years because you can't do anything outside of go to work, go home, go to work, go home. At some point you got to live life. Like it's hard to just, I get that's what you're supposed to do, but I can't tell people like that's what you got to do for 5 years.
Yeah, but
that's a really hard thing to tell somebody.
I really think it is mentality. It's kind of like if someone is very overweight and wants to lose weight, right? And they're like, oh, I don't want to just do a restrictive diet. Yeah. But you look on the other side of the spectrum and you go, every decision that you made of food-wise got you to this point. So it's almost like you need to you need to feel some pain to get back to where you were. And even with the finances, it's like, if you have a lot of debt because of dumb decisions, I'm not talking about you got like a medical illness, like there's outliers in every situation, but I'm talking about people who just are spending more money than they have, racking up credit cards and going to Chipotle 7 times a week.
We're not fucking trying to change those people's minds, bro. Like you can't do that.
Yeah, but it's like people who are like, I don't want to, live like crap for a year, but like you have to, like, to get out of this.
Yeah, I mean, I get there's outliers that are in debt and then go on a girl's trip to fucking Cabo for a week, and it's like, all right, maybe this isn't the. But those are the same kind of people that leave their kids at home and go to Cabo for a week. That happened in Houston.
I see these videos.
Yeah, she got like 20 years in jail or some shit.
People, like leaves their like 4-year-old daughter home for 10 days or something while they go on vacation.
Yeah, she went to Cabo and left him home, and then left him.
Oh, she knows how to make food.
They had a phone, so she was FaceTiming him, I guess. Yeah, shit's nuts.
Wow. What's your mindset of balancing, like, building wealth so that, let's say, you're not gonna have you can do the things you want in life. Maybe you don't have to be doing lavish stuff, but like doing the things you want, saving for the future, but also balancing the like, okay, I can't take it with me. I should enjoy more. Like, how do you balance that? Because you could die tomorrow. You need money for your kids, the next generation. Are you trying to save enough money for the next 7 generations?
I think this is why I think people live this like up until you're see that like death's doorstep thing.
Yeah.
You go real hard on that budgeting. And then, I mean, I think this is why.
And then
like,
you go real hard and then giving it away.
Yeah. I think that's why you see like most guys driving Aventadors and shit are 65, 70. It's like very rare you see a young guy get out of a fucking $1 million. It's always the old guys with the yachts and shit. I think they get to a certain point where it's like, fuck it, I'm dying. I'm going to start traveling and going different places and buying cars. And I don't know how you balance that.
Well, because a lot of it's like, let's say you put a bunch of money in like the stock market, right? Mm-hmm. Right. The idea is that you hopefully, there's 2 ways to look at it. You're like, okay, in the future, this is going to be worth a lot of money because I was smart with investing, and then I can pull it out. But the idea is like, well, I don't ever want to take the money out because I want it to keep growing. But then it's like, what do you do with it? You just give it to the kids, be like, but don't touch it though, because it's going to keep growing. But don't ever touch it.
They're going to blow it.
Do you think your kids will blow your money?
What's the point of life, bro? You know?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get deep here.
We should all go into debt.
I will say my biggest things I've always tried to stay outside of cars and stuff. I try real hard. Like I panic if I have a balance on a credit card. I don't think I've ever carried credit card debt month to month. Like that is one thing that I will never pay it off every month.
I buy 18.5 acre properties and just
see, but that's different. That's an asset. Yeah. Like even with the cars, like I'm in debt for a car, but like I've never had any personal debt as far as like credit cards or taking a loan from a friend or something like that's I've never.
Even when I
strive to never do that.
I can't remember the exact age I got my first credit card, but it definitely was in my teens of some sort, like maybe even like 19 or something. I got it very early on, maybe like right when I got to college. But even then, I never got the credit card. Like I understood it to a basic fundamental. I was like, okay, I get that I have this much I can spend, but let's say I could spend up to $5,000. But if I only had $2,000 in my bank, I wouldn't go, I could spend $5,000 and I only have to pay $100 a month to pay it back. You know, whatever.
Yeah, you never take that risk.
Majority of people do that.
Though. I know, but that's how people get in debt. But I guess it's just different types of mentality because even when I was making no money, I go, well, I'm not going to buy things I can't afford, and I'm going to pay it off every month.
Yeah. Like, I think a lot of it too is like you may have $5,000 in your bank account, and you have a medical bill for $7,000. You put it on the credit card, and then you start paying that back. But then something else comes up. Well, yeah, I see how it could happen.
I'm talking about people that are like doing dumb shit. I'm not talking about people who like, well, this happened, and my mom got hurt, or like the house, the roof fell apart. Like we're talking about like just like actual people who just have no self control, which I think is what that's like the type of person I'm going after. Now on the other end of stuff, what's your thoughts about this? So I'm installing a new light in
the sconce is done.
It's gonna be done today. A chandelier and two sconces. But when I'm buying this, I'm buying a little chandelier. I was like, oh, let me look at a nice chandelier. Now I'm a huge Amazon hoe. And now I know first I'm like, okay, our nice light's gonna come from Amazon. How do you gauge when you buy something? Like what's the line of okay, this doesn't cost enough, which means it's probably going to be cheap, but this is too much. But you like the chandelier was like $150.
Ooh.
And in my mind, I go,
No.
but see, this is what I'm talking about. But I'm like,
going? I
but it had
Is it
like
outdoor
great
chandelier?
Outdoor
reviews.
chandelier, at least like 500.
Is outdoor?
Yeah, it was like 170. And I'm like,
that's cheap.
but I got it. I'm like, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
How do you decide when you're buying everyday items, let's say for your like home or something, of what's too much, what's too little, and what's just right? Like, do you just
Christian's like restoration hardware.
yeah, I'm like wrong person. To
like
ask.
if you need a coffee table?
Okay,
like,
look, I actually think about this all the time. Something I interact with, I'll pay more money for. Like I have a cloud couch. I'll pay a lot of money, but I'm sitting on it every day. I use it every day. A coffee table,
yeah,
I don't give a
that's
shit.
a great rule of thumb.
Yeah, like coffee table,
Yeah.
you look at it, you occasionally maybe put your foot on it. That can be cheap. I don't care. Same with like a chandelier outside where there's not proprietary, like a restoration hardware chandelier and the one you bought outside, probably not that much difference.
They all
maybe
light
the
up a light
restoration
bulb.
one has nicer like gems on it and shit. But I'm saying as far as like it being aluminum painted with some light bulbs, stuff like that, I don't care.
I don't know. If I had all Amazon $179 chandeliers in Alflan VIP room, I don't know if it looked the
Yeah,
same.
I would agree.
Why is that? Can't really tell
But
you.
things I don't interact with, like I have a really nice desk. Like I'll pay like $2,000 for a desk that I'm going to sit at, but like a fucking console table, I'm like, give me an Amazon one. I don't care.
what's an item that you purchase that you go, I'm not going to spend, like I'm going to go for the cheapest version? Coffee?
I'm always like, I need the
Starbucks
little
guys,
donut, little Keurig cups. I'm good to go.
No.
That with some stevia and protein shake. and
$14 a day.
Hey,
at Starbucks.
hell no.
Hey, this might be a sore subject. Oh man, I
what
forgot.
happened?
Oh, I forgot someone involved. Okay,
Am I involved?
Joe you got us a gift for our house a while back, in relation to coffee. It was a Nespresso. Okay, and Taylor is the one that uses this Nespresso all the time. Loves it.
Is it like a big one?
Did you give it to somebody?
No, just let me tell my story, dude.
No, I'm pissed.
Is it the big complex one?
No,
It's
yeah,
just
simple,
like
like-
the Virtu one.
Okay.
Like the nicer
like
cups.
the cup and you just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other day, we bought a Keurig because Taylor says that the Nespresso doesn't have as many flavors. It's not as nice.
doesn't.
What's as a coffee consumers, Keurig versus Nespresso?
Someone got me a espresso thing, and I switched
Nespresso?
to Keurig. Yeah, but I went back
When I think
to
coffee
Keurig.
pods, I think Keurig.
Yeah. Nespresso has better coffee. I think Nespresso's
It's
a better
just
job. Their
beans.
cups, yeah, I know, but they like source them and they kind of control the flow and stuff. Keurig is a open source thing, so anyone can make them. McDonald's has Keurig cups.
Open
Anybody
source?
can. It's like, I forgot what it's called.
It's
They don't
like-
have it
yeah.
patented. Like Nespresso controls, you can't make that pod unless you're Nespresso.
How would they do that?
Because they want to control the quality and stuff, so you don't have these random bullshit. So I think Nespresso does have a better quality of like espresso pods and stuff.
It's called the restoration chandelier versus the other one.
Amazon
I
chandelier.
think Keurig, if you want like flavored coffees and stuff, like if you want a caramel latte, whatever, out of a cup, I think Keurig's got to be
You know why
100%.
I like the Keurig? I have the commercial one, right? Amazon commercial Keurig. That's the one I buy.
Do you have the water line hooked up to it?
No, but
I want to, but no.
the reason I do those is because it puts the coffee in the cup really fast.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
you have a coffee in like 30
Yeah, it's
seconds.
like instant hot water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like fuck waiting for
I think the
anything
espresso's
over a
nicer
minute
machine,
for coffee is
but-
wild.
And then, dude, they get up. I mean, you can get all day. There's like La Muricazia. There's an Italian company's little espresso machine. They're like $19,000 for this tiny little.
What?
Yeah, they're
You've
insane.
seen those big? Yeah, you've seen those.
Oh, do they get like
the
300
fancy-
grand?
Like Charlie's has like a.
I have a
coffee
Breville
maker.
that's like $3,000.
You know, so I
never
grew up
use
in
it, though.
coffee restaurants. Or my dad
Yeah.
owned a bunch of coffee stores, and like you know the actual espresso thing where you like, putting the coffee in, you like pack it, and then you like put it on the grr thing. Is that actually better than the pods?
Bro, I would never know
it's
how to
gotta
do
be
that.
the same shit,
I have
bro.
that machine and I've done it and I still go back to the pods. It does taste less good, but the ease is not worth
If
it.
you buy Starbucks
Yeah.
at the store,
Yeah.
like you do every day because you're a little basic
Yep.
bitch, versus buying Starbucks branded Keurig pods.
No, you can tell.
Can you?
Yeah, they have
though?
a much. I mean, do they have like a $50,000 machine at Starbucks doing that?
Yeah.
But it's just the beans.
No, it's the way it fucking compresses the water through it. It's the way it aerates. There's a whole thing. There's a thing. Don't worry about it.
You haven't been a coffee guy that long, have you?
No, recent. Ever since I went to the Caribbean Club and they had a commercial grade Keurig.
Yeah, bro, you've changed after the wedding. dude.
Ever since then, and then like, well, this was years ago. Like when because they've always had the same commercial grade Keurig. So when I go to I would go and I'd get hooked on the coffee there, bro. Like I would never drink it back home, but only in the Caymans I would have my Keurig.
Yeah, but to get hooked on coffee, if you never drank coffee, one day you just had to go, I'm going to start.
I'm gonna have a cup on the
We
way.
had the OG commercial Keurig. I got it at our house when I lived with you. You never used the damn thing. I had the big silver one, and then I brought it to our house when I moved in with you. That was a
now
commercial
they're all over
Keurig.
Alphaland. They're all over everywhere.
You know,
those commercials.
getting addicted to like coffee and stuff. I think about that a lot with cigarettes. Like with cigarettes, I'm assuming it's not. Let me just. I'm addicted. I need more. Right? Like you have to have a couple to get the addiction. Right?
And dependency.
But how do you get to
but
the point where you go?
if you feel good on the first time, you'll probably do it again.
We're all addicted to caffeine. 1,000,000%. You may not think you are, but don't drink caffeine for a week. You're gonna feel like shit.
No. All the time.
promise you
when I
have
go
a
travel and I can't get energy drinks, I'm just like, okay, I can't have them.
saying, I
I
think it's
drink
the
one
same
every day,
thing.
but if I can't have access to one, I'm not like, my mood's not changed.
I think nicotine's maybe a little bit more addictive than caffeine is. But my
Yeah.
point is, like, we got hooked on
But how do
caffeine as
you-
a society.
You know it potentially can be addictive.
Yeah.
You know that it's bad for you, and you have to smoke, we'll say 3. Yeah, let's say you have to get through 3 cigarettes to get addicted. After the first one, you have to you're not addicted that you need the second one. How do
No,
you
you just like the first one. You like that buzz.
You liked it. You like it, and then
Yeah.
that's how you get you.
I don't.
I think a lot of it's like wartime stuff too. I think if you're like in war, World War II and all that, like I think that was like a quick way to wake up real quick.
I think I've mentioned this before, and it's like really bad to say, but I think that smoking cigarettes looks cool.
Yeah. 100%.
Like I think dudes look cool. Like
Yeah.
in
I mean, that was marketing, but-
it looks cool smoking cigarettes. Don't
going
smoke
for.
cigarettes.
The Joker, Joaquin Phoenix,
Yeah.
just to get that like skinny for the Joker, just smoked and ate like apples or some shit.
Yeah. I know a lot of people still smoke.
I was wondering in movies when they're smoking cigarettes or even like
It helps you
out
lose
of a
weight.
bong. Like, are those real?
Yeah.
They're not
No,
going to make
they're not smoking weed, but the cigs are real.
How are they going to give you something that, like, could you
Get addicted?
get cancer or addicted from one cigarette?
I did this movie and I got
Maybe,
addicted
but-
to cigarettes,
Yeah,
and then
no,
my
you'd
life
be
went
alright.
down the hill.
There's no way in movie world they don't have like fake looking cigarettes that are just like.
I feel cigarettes are
I
probably
mean, okay,
real.
this day and age, they might like CGI the smoke and stuff, but I'm pretty sure they're just real. I think it's fine.
What about crack?
I don't think they're making the actors do crack, but maybe though. I don't know.
Dude, random one when we were talking about the Caleb guy. Just in my head when getting off the finance thing, you know Graham Stephan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had him on my podcast like a long time ago. Okay,
Yeah. Is he in trouble again?
well he's in trouble with me.
That's the iced coffee
Oh.
guy, right? Like,
Iced coffee,
but
yeah.
And he's the shorter one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little-
tiny little dude.
Who's the other one? I like him too.
It's
The Alpha M guy?
No, the iced
little
coffee
dudes.
hour. It's like 2 dudes.
it's him and Jack, but
Jack.
Yeah, that's like his podcast host.
Okay.
But anyway, he came on my podcast and then he goes, "Hey, I'm in Houston because they were filming with like Amaranth." And
He's a good money guy.
He's
I
a good.
him.
I like Graham Stephan a lot. I watch a lot. I was actually just watching one of his most recent upload before here. I watch pretty much all of his content. But he's like, "Yo, I'm in Houston. Do you want to come on my show? And like, can we film it at your studio?" I go, "Sure." So we film one at the old studio at Alpha Land. And then like a couple weeks later, he's like, "Hey, like the audio or whatever, like was something was screwed up. Like, would you be down to like film it again?" I was like, "Oh, I've never done that before, but like, yeah, sure, we can just run it back, I guess, right?" And then I said, "Hey, I'm actually going to be." This is in July of last year, and I go, "Hey, I'm actually going to be in Vegas where he lives." I was like, "Actually, I'm going to be in Vegas in September. Like, I can just come film at your studio." It's like, "Oh, that's perfect." So in September, I'm out there for the Go event. I go to his house.
Oh, this year.
The Life is Beautiful.
Yeah.
Went out there, filmed another episode. It was like over 2 hours. Half the episode, they're asking me like very in-depth like lifting questions, and I'm like, I don't think I'm the guy. Like they're asking like, and I was like, you're choosing me to ask about this. But anyway, it was a great podcast. It still hasn't gone live, and I messaged him like,
It's probably because they just don't like you.
Yeah.
well, I messaged him like 2 months ago, and I go, hey, dude, like I was like, yo, is that like when is that episode? I'm excited to see the episode, and he's like, yeah, we film a lot of them in advance, and depending on like the algorithm, they're like really algorithmic people, like they're big on keywords and shit. But like he was like, oh, like depending on like which people are popping, we film a lot of them in advance, so like we just haven't, yours hasn't come out yet.
I'm like, no matter how bad this podcast is, I know it's going up on Monday.
Well, this is 2 months ago. It has been. What month are we in?
I
April.
probably watched
4?
it back or like the sucks.
It's been
not posted.
6 months that I don't think that episode's ever coming out.
Yeah, they probably watched it and were literally like, this retention on this one.
Have you ever had a YouTube video?
Maybe they
I've
shouldn't have
done this.
asked. Maybe they shouldn't have asked you so many lifting questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like what
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
Have either of y'all ever like edited a video, thumbnail, everything,
and then
title,
just
and
don't do
everything,
it?
and then watch it back? Like, nah, just delete it.
Never.
Yeah,
Never.
I've done it like
I've
twice.
done
All my
that.
content is golden.
No, you just post shit.
I have
You
a,
have
I have
no
a
filter on what
I
you're
have
gonna
I have a
post.
core audience, dude, who loves what
I'll give you that.
The fact that I can vlog of just like literally what I'm doing, like, oh, I need to clean up. I want to redo the backyard. I'm gonna make a video about upgrading a bunch of stuff in the backyard, and the whole 80% of the video is about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like
And
exactly what you're saying about like having a topic, like almost like shorter topic videos. That's something I'm struggling with right now. I actually haven't filmed or posted it all this week, which is weird for me.
Well, you
It's
only
like,
have
I
like
just
1,000
lost
more
a short-
videos to upload, right?
Yeah, 850. I'm making a dent, bro.
Are you?
I'm making a dent. Yeah. Oh yeah. But I haven't filmed this week because it's just been like thoughts of. Juan is my media guy is pushing me to like getting, sitting down and do more like, I guess, articulate videos, right? To the point videos. And I struggle, bro. Like if I'm not vlogging my whole day, like in the routine that I have and kind of like, I know a Christian Guzman video and I feel, but I'm also just attached to the old style and I know I need to evolve a little bit and start trying some stuff out in addition to my style.
Do you think it's just me? Cause I don't particularly care, but like when I watch your vlogs, but when I get to a section and you're like, okay, I'm gonna like walk you through this workout, I go, I don't give a fuck. I don't like, I'm skipping this. And in my head, I'm like, why is Christian still giving lifting advice? But I'm like, okay,
and then
still people that want it.
Then I talk to you and I hear that and then I take that and I'm like, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't even.
But
talk
is
about
our
working
audience at this stage here at all for fitness advice? Maybe like,
But that's like
periodic content. But,
But
like,
if you're only like, but that's kind of making content, assuming you're only going to be viewed by your people that are already watching.
You're not at this stage. You're not getting the 16-year-old kid who wants to be a bodybuilder anymore. Like they're going to the next wave of people.
Yeah.
Caleb.
So as a 30-year-old,
What's his name?
multi-millionaire married guy who owns a business, I don't think. I would guess 95+% of people who watch your content are not there to get the best chest activation tips.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're probably right.
But if you like doing that,
Christian's gonna delete his videos.
Yeah.
Hey,
who's the young kid that's like the new fucking?
But it's also like
Sam
my name's
Solik.
Christian
Sam
Guzman
Solik.
Fitness.
That
right?
motherfucker's huge.
So it's
Yeah.
like if you, I don't know, that I've also been getting in my head a lot about that too. Like if I just rehashing information, like feel like I'm saying the same shit.
we've been making videos for a decade, bro. Like you're gonna have to say the same thing.
Yeah,
Joe.
So that's
every
why
time I talk about this,
I want to not think like that too much.
every time I talk about one topic that we talked about 30 episodes ago on the podcast, Joe like makes sure to let everyone know that we already talked about this topic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
we are
hate it.
Our own.
Brain like an elephant did. Remember everything.
Are you a man of your word?
Yeah.
Okay. You made me a bet that said if you didn't hit 1 million subscribers in 18 months, you would give me $1,000. Now, I don't expect that.
Hold up, Max.
No. I'm gonna get to what you're talking about. I'm gonna get to what you're talking about. Now, I don't expect not only you to not hit 1 million subscribers, but I don't expect you to give me 1,000. It's one of those bets. You're just
bro.
You're just
one we
making.
can throw under the rug.
But here you go. Like, let's say 18 months, and I come to you and I go, Christian, you didn't hit it. I want the $1,000. Would you, in your mind, would you go, I'm honoring that, or would you go like, oh, really? Like, you're actually gonna want this $1,000? I need you to answer this before you get in here.
I'd say fuck you.
Yeah. So you'd be like, oh, that was a bet. Like, it's not. Like, I'm not actually making. Okay. That's what I agree. Now, Joe over here.
Hold up. No. Let me fucking clarify. Max's bet was on something way stupider. Me and Shane both called him out for it. Mm-hmm. We filmed it on his fucking phone because we knew. We literally like, Max, if we told him multiple times, you're going to pay this out. Yeah, 100%. We filmed it and shook hands on camera that
What
he's
did he say
paying
he
it
would
out.
do?
He was, this is during fucking COVID when Max thought he was like Warren Buffett's reincarnated son and when he shut the fuck up about Robin Hood. And he was telling us.
I remember that time
I'm
frame,
trying
bro.
to find the video.
He's like,
I
"You're so
remember that
stupid."
time frame coming
Yeah,
out
it was
and talking about Robin
if
Hood.
Bitcoin, I think he bet that Ethereum would hit 10 grand by the end of the year.
No,
something
I just
like
said Bitcoin to 100,000.
Whatever it was, and we were like, really, you believe that? And he's like, yes. And we made a serious bet, shook hands, we fucking documented it because we were true. And to this day,
Hey, we shook hands.
He never paid us back, but yeah, he's mad. That
No.
we didn't.
Here's the question. So
in that situation, yes. Normally, like if I was like, hey, I bet you 10 grand, I'm gonna make this fucking shot at the basketball court. I don't expect to actually pay him 10 grand. That's like a fun.
So because
thing.
it's you involved.
This was two other people We argued about it for like
if you
an
have
hour,
video evidence-
and then you shook hands on it with video evidence.
If you have video evidence,
and to be
we
fair-
were on a vlog when you said that.
But we like specified too
don't
in
remember.
the vlog. Okay, in the vlog where you go, you're 100% you're gonna pay this. We were like, you're going to pay this. Like, we ensured it was a real bet.
Even though, as friends, you go, no. Now here's the thing.
If it would have hit 100, you 100% would have asked us for your $2,000.
So I have not paid Joe his $2,000.
It's fine. I never paid you back for the thing.
But Joe
Yeah.
owes me $2,000
called
from
even.
when we split an Airbnb
Yeah.
to go snowboarding. So he won't give me my $2,000
Well, you have debt
that
with
I
me, dude.
paid for the Airbnb because he goes, you owe me. And in my mind, I'm going, bro, that was just
Tell
a
you
random
what,
bet.
You give me $2,000 cash, I'll give it back to you for the Airbnb.
That's
Call it
fair.
even.
That's
There you
fair.
go.
you know, him showing up to all the podcasts ain't free, bro. You know?
Yeah, I'm paying you back this way. I get
Y'all
a
are
free
pretty much
dinner like
even
once a
now.
week.
Bring some topics. What topics you got right now? Go ahead, because I
How do
got
y'all
a
feel
lot. I got a
about
lot.
Illegal immigrants in the United States of America.
We're not doing politics, dude. We're not doing politics. Hey, with you making all your YouTube videos and getting in your head, how do you let comments like affect your?
You know, I've read some comments like a few weeks ago, and there was like just a few negative ones. For some reason, they're kind of sticking. And
You
I've
can't,
seen-
dude.
I know, and I don't. I've never, ever like. I've read comment. Normally, I don't give a fuck, but I don't know. Just
I don't really post on YouTube, but when I do, I don't read. I haven't read any comments on my last 4 videos. I don't read comments on this podcast. Like if you guys are commenting down below occasionally, I'll see one.
So what if people are saying you
like-
don't interact with your audience?
No. I mean, if I see some, I interacted with somebody talks shit to me like, oh, I bet Joe really cares about the price of milk when he's loading into his Porsche. And I responded to him. It was like, my Porsche doesn't have a trunk, so joke's on you. But for the most part, like I'm not doing you can't. Like everyone on the fucking internet's got an opinion.
Yeah,
They think
like-
they know. Someone right now is typing about this. And it's like, shut the fuck up. We don't
Heidi
care.
and Taylor did a podcast, and in there they did questions. And
Heidi's all about comments.
Oh, dude, Heidi and Taylor would flip out if there's bad comments.
one of the comments said, they said, is Christian a grower or a shower? Because I've seen his videos and his posing, and he's definitely not a shower.
That's some grower.
I can confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't read comments.
What about
Otherwise,
You ever? I haven't
Reddit?
I haven't gone down that rabbit hole in like well over probably 2 years.
yeah.
Bro, have you ever like on Reddit? There's literally threads of every single person we know,
Don't get on Reddit.
and like I just can't. And it's crazy because people will there'll be people that will watch this podcast and all my content and all your content that hate our guts to their core, that are only looking for us to say one specific thing so they can post on these threads, right? Because on YouTube, if someone says some fucking stupid comment, I click the 3 buttons, I go hide from channel.
You can't do that either.
Oh, I do that
Just
all
let
the
'em
time.
talk, dude.
No. I love that feature. I love that feature because it doesn't block. They don't know they're blocked. They're typing. They're putting their comments, and they're the only person.
I'm
that
going
sees
to
it.
go back to my video that got in my head, the comment, and I'm going to go do the 3 dot thing to that person.
Oh, it's the best because you're hiding their
block them?
comments.
You just hide them.
No, it says hide user from channel. So what it does is it basically like shadow blocks them. They don't get any notification. They can still comment on your videos, but they are the only people that see their own comments. So they're typing shit and no one's seeing it. You don't see it. No one else sees it.
I didn't know about this feature.
Oh, I do it all the time.
See, but I want to see the bad.
Nah.
I don't want to look at it, but
I
also
used
like
to never look at comments. Like in the first channel that I had, I used to never look at, really like never look at comments. But on the new channel, I'm really trying to digest it all because I feel like now it is a really good sign for me to tell like how the video is generally perceived.
Okay, so if you get a comment, it goes, "Yo, Christian, this video is boring as fuck, bro. You fell off hard."
Yeah, then like okay, so then I'm like, then I spend like 2 weeks like, fuck, like god damn.
how do I make that better?
Man, maybe I just
more
shouldn't
pizzazz.
give that chest tip anymore. Maybe I just need to not like give them the chest tip. You know, like fuck. Maybe they're tired of seeing my content.
I feel like people who like their whole world revolves around like
This couch, bro, I'm so like in it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's the hard part. You gotta keep that pillow.
Is it because it's a good couch or a bad couch?
It's very slouchy.
it's like very slouchy.
yeah.
I feel like I'm like.
I think it's because you have so much belly weight. It's pulling you down.
There we go.
Bro, Christian has been wearing are those off-white Prestos?
These ones are
Those are the ones you've had forever.
forever,
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my, show the camera. Hold your foot up, dude. God damn.
Look at that. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
These are a gift.
He goes, look at that.
Look at that.
He was
These are a
wearing
gift.
Travis Scott shoes the other day.
Yeah.
Swag Lord.
Oh my gosh, bro. That's wild.
It's not very comfortable. I kind of moved and now I'm not.
No, the pillow helps. It gets a little sweaty though.
Why don't we talk about some current events? There's some shit going on.
What you got?
Some shit going on. First of all, some good stuff. Okay.
All right.
You know what happens tonight at midnight Eastern time? Big. I mean, this is worldwide, monumental, probably one of the biggest things that's going to happen.
Some Taylor Swift shit.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, there we go.
Dead Poet Society or something.
What is that?
New album.
Oh.
Is that like part 2?
No, it's just part. It's
Hey, I
just,
saw unrelated
she's-
media stuff. I saw Civil War last night.
I heard it was shit.
Oh, I love that. Wait, the
movie. The
yeah.
new movie.
A new movie.
Yeah, it just came out.
I thought you were going to say the Marvel one. I was like, I love that one.
No, this is like a movie like if there was truly a civil war in the U.S. Like,
I heard it's not that actiony.
no, it was like a deep. Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, I will say the action that was in it was really good. Like they did a really good job with all the war scenes and like, if there was a civil war in the U.S., this movie is exactly what it would look like. But it was kind of slow. It was. I would give it like a.
It would be
6.
Joe out there shooting everybody because he's
That's
itching to use
kind of
his
how
gun.
it is. Yeah, honestly, it was good. I'd wait for it to come out. I wouldn't go see it in the theaters.
You know what? Side note, show I started watching last night, Baby Reindeer or like Little Reindeer.
What the fuck is that?
Baby deer, little deer.
That one, I fell asleep on the first episode. Heidi, like,
Bro.
she was like, this is the most wild thing I've ever
It's a
seen.
fucking show.
Yeah.
What's it about?
Okay, let me tell you.
Cliff notes.
There's a guy and a girl. He works at a bar. Girl comes into a bar. He starts feeling bad because he thinks she's like lonely, can't afford a drink or whatever. Just looks like sad, kind of whatever. So he starts feeling bad for her. Then she starts being obsessed with him because he's being nice to her. And then he finds out that she's like legitimate, a convicted stalker. She starts stalking him, but he starts getting obsessed with the fact that like, oh, she's choosing to stalk me. I'm only 3 episodes in, and it is crazy.
Damn.
It is like a.
She like actually
a-
watched it all without me. I'm kind of pissed.
It's a weird show. Weird. And apparently, I'm gonna watch episode 4 hopefully tonight. Everyone says episode 4 is like Meg Squats. She's like, you should skip episode 4 because it's like one of the most twisted, dark episodes I've ever seen in my life.
I know what happened. How you told me it happened. Then she told me everything that happened, and I didn't even get to watch
I
it.
didn't hear about it. I'll watch it.
Yeah,
All right.
you should watch it. Anyway,
What's it called?
something little deer, baby deer, little reindeer, deer, something deer. It's on. Go to the top Netflix shows. It's in English, which is great.
Scared of
Bro, if
stalkers
somebody's
for a
not,
little bit,
somebody's not in English. It's not filmed in English. Other than Squid Games, I ain't gonna watch it.
I know, bro. There's so many good. There's like the show. Of
There's
like,
a lot of good that they look really good.
I've tried to watch Dark like 3 times.
I know,
and
yeah.
I can't.
Dark, and
It's
then
like
the one
German or
like
something.
the Thor hammer one.
I didn't see that.
oh, there's also like where the kids like land in like the snow and have to.
Oh, that was good. I did watch that one. That was a movie. That wasn't a show.
Do you
Wait,
think
was it a show?
Yeah, it's a show. No, it's a movie.
Like Land of Snow or
Yeah.
something? That was good, yeah.
The one where they like
Plane crash?
Yeah.
that was
Argentina?
English. So.
No,
No, no subtitles. Yeah. You're
talking-
Argentinians or Spanish.
you're thinking of
really?
you're thinking of Yellow Jackets.
No, I'm thinking of the movie where they like crashed on.
Well, there's a million of those, bro.
It's new.
Well, it's like, yeah, it's like
a bunch of Argentina. Yeah.
Yeah, the-
yeah, it was all subtitles.
yeah, that was a great.
Christian's
Yeah,
like, wait a second,
yeah.
that wasn't in English.
Oh,
I was high as
well,
shit.
never
Is,
mind.
is this like a dumb American in me? I think that Netflix should not. I think there should be a section for subtitle shows. I don't think they should just
They
put
should,
shows
100%.
in with all the other stuff because I'm like, I have to go into it and then realize that it's not
97%, you're gonna like this, and then you
Yeah.
click it, and then it's just
Yeah.
It doesn't tell
You're
you.
the fucking This is America, Learn American.
No,
guy. That's you.
I think there should be a
Last
section.
episode, we learned that you're a Trump supporter. Now you're saying get all the subtitle shit out of here.
Wait, you're a Trump supporter?
Speak American. God damn it. It's my country.
I just think that it should be very clear of a section that says.
I will say
dubbed
that
shows.
there's been 4 or 5 times that I've clicked on a show, got excited, and then like, because sometimes it takes
Yeah.
a minute before someone talks. Like sometimes
It's
crazy
probably
intro
been
scene,
like
and then
4 or 5 times.
yeah, I will say that is annoying, and I do turn it off immediately. I am pissed.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I don't
New
know
album
anything about
tonight, dude. She is like.
At midnight.
It's like always comes out like Eastern time, midnight or something. But we'll
I
say,
feel like
we'll
she
say
kind of
tomorrow.
fell off.
Are you fucking
No,
kidding
no, I
me?
know people are gonna be pissed about
Are
that.
you-
I'm saying because I feel like after the Super Bowl, I have heard nothing about Taylor Swift. I haven't seen a picture of her. I haven't seen her on Instagram. Like no one said anything about Taylor Swift since the Super Bowl. That's the last time that at least
All the Swifties are going.
Yeah, I know Taylor has. I'm saying me personally, like on my feed and stuff, I haven't seen shit about
Why
it.
would you? Why would you see?
Because I saw
Taylor
like
Swift?
memes of Travis and her nonstop during the Super Bowl and shit. And then
Yeah,
since then,
I hear what you're saying.
yeah, like it was on the news. It was everywhere. Now I haven't heard
She hasn't
Taylor
crossed
Swift's
my
name.
my path.
Yeah.
I
since the Super Bowl.
I would consider myself a Taylor Swift fan. I don't.
Yeah,
I like Taylor Swift.
You're forced into it.
No, bro.
Taylor will literally shoot you.
No.
if you fucking
Ever
say anything
since
bad about Taylor Swift.
college, like I because I would like
fine.
my high school girlfriend
Yeah,
listened to like Taylor Swift, and I would listen to Taylor Swift.
We lived together for 3
you
years. You
joking?
not once said anything about Taylor Swift. Not in our 3 years. I never heard her name.
I'm not going to be bumping back
don't
to
even
December
think you-
with my
okay.
windows down, down the highway.
I feel like you lied about this to Taylor, and now you're covering your ass.
I can sing a couple Taylor Swift songs, a bunch of them. I know all the,
Yeah,
I know the
that's
lyrics.
all Taylor listens to.
But I hate when I really like a song by like a girl, and I'm like really liking it. Maybe it's even like a sad song, and then at some point it says like "boy" or something. I'm like, no, it ruins the song.
Because when you're re-singing it, you have to say
you say it when you sing it?
Like Miley Cyrus, "Adore You." You know that song? Love that song, right? But then one part she goes, "Boy, I adore," and I'm like,
You bleep that part out?
well, I just
you can just say girl, dude. You can just say girl.
Can you? There
you
Just
go.
replace the lyric
Yeah.
when you're singing.
anyway.
it in the
Taylor
car.
Swift, this album coming out, bro. I don't think you realize like how popular this woman is. Like,
I think we do.
no, you haven't. And have you seen like
I started the golden era.
the Eras tour?
I was.
Bro, it's like a move. It's
I was watching it for inspiration on like the stage for summer shredding.
raise your budget, bro. Raise your budget.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's cool to see what the max level 99 of stage making is.
I think like as much people
I didn't watch it all the
would
way.
talk about
I
talk
know
shit
what
about
you're
Taylor
talking
Swift.
about.
If you watch that Eras tour, even a part of it, it's
wild.
And you just see like
crazy.
her performing,
Maxx.
like like you can like
Yes.
it's a
You
great
get it.
performance.
You get
that
it. Yeah.
concert generated like $500 million in revenue. I'm just saying, like, she has the best of every department in the world working on that tour. It's not just her. Like, she has the best pyrotechnics guy, the best graphic guy.
But I'm saying like you can tell she puts a lot into her art because she'll do like 4 outfit changes, songs, 4
You literally said you sound like
if
Heidi,
I'm,
bro.
if I'm making half $1 billion, I'll change outfits 4
she'll
times
do like
too.
6 songs in a row, choreographed differently, and
Yeah.
she's just crushing it. And you're like, this is really impressive.
I mean, yeah.
She's super impressive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is.
All right.
Okay, on the other side of music, what do y'all know about this Drake, Rick
I
Ross
don't know
beef?
anything about Drake, dude.
I don't.
Kendrick
This
Lamar,
is
J.
gonna
Cole.
sound kind of dumb. But
here we
Rick
go.
Ross. I'm just
Yeah.
not in it. Like
Rick Ross is the boss of all
I-
bosses. No, that's Slim
But
Thug.
why? Why is he the boss of all bosses?
No, he's
No, Rick Ross is the boss.
Why can
Yeah.
he afford a
Ricky
$50
Ross.
million home?
because he has what Belvedere.
What is he- but what is
or
he
not Belvedere?
do?
Bel Air.
Something. I think he
Champagne.
has a record label too, though.
So
Yeah,
is that
MGM.
where his money comes from?
Yeah.
So he's a record label.
Yeah,
owner.
that's all these rappers.
Yeah, Maybach Music.
Like P Diddy did not
Okay.
make it all his money off fucking his songs.
But this Rick Ross, like he doesn't make music.
He did.
He
no,
does.
He has some songs. You've heard some Rick Ross songs.
Yeah.
He was very popular.
Every
like
day
Lil
I'm
Wayne
hustling,
era.
hustling,
Oh.
hustling.
Yeah.
I know that.
Ricky Ross, the
Like
boss.
mid
Okay.
2000s, late 2000s.
So he's like a Dr.
big.
Dre.
Yeah.
No.
Not that iconic, but yeah.
Because Dr. Dre's
Rick Ross
mansion
is
was-
pretty iconic.
He's
dude.
like a Soldier Boy.
Rick Ross is
I
not
would
a
say
Soulja Boy.
Rick Ross had the same listening party that I think their like listens were probably about the same.
Okay.
Same time
When
frame.
was
Yeah.
so Rick Ross was before Soldier Boy though?
Probably same time.
Rick Ross has been around for a while,
2005, 2007.
Yeah.
Okay.
bro.
Like
He's got a ton of
T.I.
bangers.
So he just has a ton of like
a ton of bangers.
artists, but he has a lot of artists under him now, or what?
No,
I don't know.
he's
who
just his
got-
own guy. He's just a successful.
But how does
He seems like a
but
cool
bro,
dude.
he buys a. I saw he had a. You know the guy that does the watch reviews. He spots
yeah.
fake watches
Yeah.
on social. He spotted Rick Ross's fake green expensive ass.
what if he
watch.
was just wrong?
He's not wrong.
Well, then maybe he's not made that kind of money.
Why can't he be wrong?
He's not wrong. He's a watch guy, bro.
He knows.
Because there was only like 2 made in the
You're
world.
such a Swiftie
and
for this
and
guy.
the person that owned the actual real one, the real green watch,
Mm-hmm.
like was in communication with this guy. Send him a fucking video.
Rick
with-
Ross would not
was gonna
have
say,
a
if
one
you're-
of 2 watches.
Okay.
That's if you're gonna
Okay.
wear a fake watch, you better be
Okay.
at least 400 of them in the world. That's a bold strategy to wear a fake one of 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Because like the 2 people that own it and be like,
Like Google it. You should Google it.
I'm not. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe
just-
it was
that's
fake
why
and
I'm
like
thrown
someone was
off.
like, hey, wear this.
And you know,
Maybe it's real.
this fake thing, I
Yeah.
can't even. Joe has a Rolex.
I do have a fake Rolex. Wait,
He
is
has-
that criminal?
He has a.
Are you in trouble for saying that?
No.
No,
All
bro.
right.
When I'm walking like New York and you see those people
Yeah.
selling this fake shit, and you're
No,
like,
I know, but
how
I
are
don't
they
know if
just
you're
doing
supposed
this
to.
in public? Apparently,
No.
the cops must
Yeah.
not care.
Yeah.
Joe has a real Rolex, and then he has an exact version of that.
I have the fake one.
And a fake one.
Yeah.
And he'll frequently just wear the fake one because he's like, oh, I don't want to wear the real one. And I
Yeah.
go, then what's the What's the
I actually
point,
I have 2 and 2. I have a fake one for each real one.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's so
I
weird.
have a fake one for my real gold one.
Yeah, but
See?
okay, no. Like,
But I stopped wearing the fake one. And I got the gold one.
Oh, no, I went the other way.
But I don't
I
get
started
it.
wearing the fake one.
No,
when I got the
I'm
real
the
one.
opposite.
So if you were traveling or something, I go, okay, I understand.
It's like fucking Taylor wearing her fake wedding ring to the gym.
No.
Yes, it is.
Kind of it
no,
is.
no.
Kind of
it
it
is.
No, Taylor has a silicone ring to just
Heidi got the same
represent.
one.
She represents a ring. It is not trying to look
okay.
like her. It is a rubber.
Look, here's
thing.
my argument.
No, I want to say
Yeah,
something. I want to say something.
Yeah.
And then you can speak.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me. This is my fucking podcast.
Yeah, go.
It is.
If you travel and you're like, okay, I don't want to bring my real Rolex in
Yeah.
case something bad happens, right? In case I get mugged, I'd rather than steal the real one or the fake one.
Yeah.
But why? But then you're still wearing something that someone is like, oh, I want to steal this. Then why would you even wear it at all if you're worried about it getting stolen? I would just wear nothing if I'm in an environment where I'm worried about the safety of that item. Because now,
I mean, I think I like the appearance of that watch. And that, I mean, the watch, no matter what you say, like the Rolex is a fucking status thing too. Like if you go anywhere wearing a Rolex, everyone knows it's a Rolex. I'm not saying that's why everyone buys them, but like there is some element to that with every fucking, same with the G-Wagon. If you own a G-Wagon, like you could have bought a Wrangler.
That is not the same thing.
No, but I'm just saying like
You
there's
should
an
have said
element.
Jeep. You should have said Mercedes and Jeep to piss them off.
There's an element of the Rolex that is a status. Like if you're a businessman, you wear a Rolex. Like people see that.
I see Max's point though. Like, why would you not just grab the real one if you're gonna wear?
I mean, my thing is one. I frequently hit that thing. My fake one is scratched the fuck up. I've worn it to places I wouldn't wear. I don't know. I guess
so
for me,
you
it's
just
like
keep the real one in a
Yeah.
box at home, and then you wear the fake one everywhere. But just
Yeah.
to let, but just
I'll
to,
wear the
but
real
then you
one to
remind
like
people,
really nice events.
oh, I have a real one. I just don't wear that one out.
Yeah.
What the point is of having it then?
Maybe you just don't tell
know.
people you have a fake one.
Yeah, I don't normally tell them.
Bro,
that.
bro.
You fucking called me out for it.
Bro, one of the one of the ticks on like the hour is like fallen. It's like halfway
and
down
guess
the
what?
watch.
No one has noticed.
Now they will.
I've worn that thing for a year, and not a single person like, oh, one of the ticks is off.
I don't really see the point in wearing.
You can
fake
tell if
items.
they're side by side, like the gold color's different because one's real gold and one's not. But like you can't fucking tell.
Okay, let's go a step deeper.
Same with bags.
Let's go a step deeper.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you don't have a real Rolex and you just want to appear like you have
I'm
a
not
real
okay with that.
Yeah, see, I think that's
I'm
that's
not,
a
I draw the
strange-
line there. I'm not okay with that.
Because if someone's like, oh, it's like, let's say a bag or something, they're like, oh,
I had a fake one before I had a real one.
but why?
I don't know. It's a gift.
Because you want like, okay, let's say you have a fake bag, you're like, no one can tell the difference. That's the biggest thing. Is like, oh, it looks the same. Feels.
Yeah.
I
Let's
will
say,
say,
let's say
I didn't like wearing it much, like ever.
Let's
Only
say
it was
that-
like I didn't really wear it.
Yeah, but if like they're 1-to-1, the only reason you're wearing these luxury items that are fake is because you're like, oh, it's such a good replica, it's half the price, so you don't want to pay for the new one or the real one, but you
I don't
want
want to take the chance on them. Oh wait, you're saying if you don't own the real one?
yeah, but you want people
Yeah,
you want to appear
Yeah,
like you
it's
have the
it's
real
a status
one.
thing. It's the same reason someone has $800 in the bank account but goes to fucking steak dinners and posts videos of them popping bottles and shit.
That is
that's
good.
the same. It's a status thing.
Same reason why people buy and order a lot of trucks.
No. I like my trucks.
Yeah, Joe's a status thing. Joe is in massive debt from all these Porsches and Raptors that he has.
You should go on that guy's podcast. Let him evaluate.
I saw he was talking to somebody, and the guy had he was spending like 30% of his income on car payments, and he like ripped him a new one for doing that. In my head, I was like, I'm spending more than that.
Yeah.
I don't think I should go on the show.
Hey, speaking of money,
Yeah,
Caitlin Clark, you know who that is?
I've seen it.
77,000.
I got some specific numbers.
Yeah,
Here we go.
yeah.
So Caitlin Clark is the number 1 draft pick in the WNBA, which has
No way. I'm kidding.
What? Oh.
Everybody knows this.
I don't.
Why would everyone know this?
I don't know who this is.
What?
Yeah,
okay.
I saw a picture of her on the internet.
Okay, before I was
don't know who that
rudely
is, though.
interrupted
You're
by
joking.
No.
Before I was rudely interrupted,
Why would I know who this person is?
I'll
I'm
stop
going to
interrupting.
tell you. I got some
Yeah.
detail because this is some specific numbers. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Let me say everything, okay? Caitlin Clark is the number 1 draft pick in the WNBA, which has recently
Be about the 700th draft pick in the NBA. Yeah,
Okay.
continue.
Now, just as a preface, the women's WNCA championship this year brought in more views. What is so
Go.
funny?
Keep
This is
going.
fucking comments.
Keep going.
Keep going.
The women's WNCA championship brought in more views this year than the men's. So it brought in more views,
Yeah.
okay? Just in general.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark is the number 1 draft pick.
Okay.
She got
This is a good one.
a 4-year deal.
Yep.
Okay. For random team. For her first year, she'll be paid $76,535. The total 4 years that she'll make is $338,056.
Yeah.
$56. Okay, you hear that number?
Yeah.
The number one male
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
So apples to apples, I guess.
Yeah.
Number one male pick for his, let's say, I think it's 4 year, $55 million.
Mm-hmm.
She gets $338,000.
Yeah.
Was it 55 million for all 4 years?
I think in total the contract.
4-year contract.
Yeah, so he gets $55 million.
Yeah.
She gets
Aren't there much bigger contracts?
300
Like that's not that. That's 55 million is not that big of a.
the
contract.
difference between
I know what you're saying, but
300,000 and
way bigger-
55 million.
Yeah, that's two different things.
There's
You're missing the point.
No.
here.
You're missing the
You
point here.
Stupid man.
You're
Oh, I
missing
can't
the
wait.
point here. If I am a software engineer at fucking Ray's software shop in Sugar Land, Texas, I make less money than if I'm a software engineer for fucking Apple.
The WNBA is Ray's software tech.
Look up how much money they bring in a year in their viewership compared to the NBA, and
What
yes,
does the
you'll
number
find out
say?
very quickly.
It's like okay.
I would venture to say that the WNBA gets less views than your YouTube videos do.
But the championship, which this girl was.
I'm not
Hey,
saying
shut
that's a
up.
slight to you. I'm saying that in a reality.
The WNBA.
Yeah.
It got 19 million views.
WNBA or the college
the
one?
women's
NCAA.
NCAA championship.
Yeah, that's fine.
That where she got draft picked.
Yeah.
And then the guys one, they got 15 million views.
Yeah, that's fine. But the WNBA is not going to. Her going into the WNBA is not going to boost their fucking
So
things
you don't
more
think
than
that
the NBA.
the WNBA should be paid
no.
more? Not
They
even
can't
a little bit.
fucking sell at the stadium. Half their
can't-
games
they
have like
can't
20 people in them.
She makes double the first year than if you were in California working at McDonald's. She works.
She made the
It's
right call by saying yes
Two
to that.
people
deal.
that work at McDonald's in California, live in the
Yes.
same house, make more money.
Max, this is not a she's underpaid issue. This is
This
a
is the
WNBA
organization.
doesn't
There you
get
go.
enough money.
This is
If you
like-
want her to be
okay.
paid better, start watching the WNBA and buying girls. Name 5 WNBA teams, Max.
Okay. You have the Washington Nuggets. You have the
What is the Houston team?
Denver Broncos. I don't know. I don't know.
You know what, even better, name 2 WNBA players besides her.
Name one.
And
name
don't
one.
name not the one that went to Russia either. 'Cause that was,
Name
she's
one
famous for something
WNBA
else.
player.
I'm not a sports fan.
Exactly. They
Name
don't
one
make any
men's
money, so
basketball
they
player.
can't pay their players. It's not a fucking problem. I
just-
hate this whole like, oh, it's a woman, she got paid less. No,
Yeah.
they don't make any money in the league.
This is like if Summer Shredding League, we're giving out $129,000.
She should just come play for that because she'd make more
Look
money.
up. You should look up what the average viewership on a WNBA game is. I'm curious to see. Like, I think your YouTube channel. Like, I bet they get 50,000 views on a fucking game.
I wish I could give out $1 million. I
Maybe it's higher.
can't.
Okay,
afford it.
the TV average WNBA game was in 2023 was 505,000.
That's a lot higher than I thought it would be. But like to put that in
Now the
perspective,
NBA is games are 1.6 million.
There's
It's actually a lot closer than I thought it would
There's
be.
that many in really on WNBA games. That's a lot.
I will
Are
say
you
though,
saying
but like majority of the
there's a third?
NBA is
You
money.
misogynistic piece of
There's-
shit.
Well, it's also like ad money spent. So like someone will pay more for an ad on an NBA game than a WNBA and merch. When's the last time you saw anybody walking around with a WNBA jersey on? Where like everyone has a fucking Rockets jersey and a Heat jersey and I'm saying it's all about sales and the sales ain't there for the WNBA.
Do you think
very
that?
simple.
Do you think that some sports should allow women and men to play in the same? For example, maybe basketball. That's
No.
like because it's maybe not as contact. You think maybe more contact sports? Like, do you think men and women should be able to play?
No, but I think like bowling
What?
or like pool, billiards.
You know, why? Why
I think you
not
could.
basketball?
I think you could.
It's too contact.
Basketball?
No girl. And
What about golf?
this might be a hot take.
Yeah, something
but
like golf or like something where it's not like
yeah, but
yeah.
if girls
it's hard
want
like,
to sign up,
Pretty much every.
no, I know, but it's still gonna get.
But if you had a 5'10" point guard,
I would.
can't,
I mean, all right. Look,
like-
someone's gonna get upset about this. I would say that the best WNBA player in the game right now
I know what you're going to say.
couldn't score more than 10 points in an NBA game. I think the highest scoring WNBA player, if you put him with the worst NBA teams right now, I still don't think they break 5 points. Not because like they're bad. It's just like they're going against guys that are 2 feet taller than them with fucking 100 extra pounds of muscle. Like you're not competing.
What does
in that.
muscle have to do with
I couldn't compete
basketball?
with that. What do you mean? They fucking push off each other. I mean, how do you think you get a rebound and stuff? Wait, no one can touch you. You're just.
I've seen like Mike and Air Bud, bro.
I would say if anything like soccer, maybe I would be kind of okay. I mean, they're still pretty physical, but at least soccer, I feel like maybe there's a chance.
there's not many sports where you could like. I don't.
It's not like I'm not saying anything wrong about that. It's just like biologically, women are a
biologically,
little
the
bit
bodies are too
smaller
different.
than men.
To like keep, you know.
I'll have to look that up to make sure you're right, but that seems
right.
That seems like a little kind of a controversial take. And now let's get a little more controversial with the final segment. We're going to get a little political. Woo. And these are strictly for Christian.
I'm not allowed to talk. I just gotta shut the fuck up over here.
Now, to preface, Christian, what's your recent interest in politics? And because you've been openly telling me that you watch a lot. What do you watch? How do you consume it? How often do you consume it? Give a little background.
I don't watch any news stations.
Okay, so where do you get your information from?
Only like YouTube, pretty much.
Okay, where?
Podcasts.
Like who? Who do you listen to?
I was for a while. I was really into the Daily Wire and stuff. Stop.
Does that represent like your view?
No.
They've been into hot water recently.
Yeah.
Okay, Daily Wire.
That's Ben Shapiro.
Is that it? Who else?
Tyler. What's his name? Tyler. He's like a big
Perry.
Liberal side. Like,
Tyler Oakley.
I'm not sure. I'm sure I subscribe to like.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but Jordan Peterson was in Sugarland last night. That's Smart Financial.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
Who's that?
Big.
What?
I mean, like one of the biggest.
What?
He's not even really a politician. He's like a philosopher.
You don't know
at
who
this
Jordan
point.
Peterson is?
He's a Canadian dude.
He's not
gives
the
these crazy
motivational-
speech. Yeah, he kind of is. Yeah.
Is he the older guy?
Yeah.
Like
very,
white
very
hair?
famous. Yes.
Oh.
He gave a
Where's the suit?
speech. Apparently, Liver King was he was front row last night and had a question for him. Yeah, I guess Liver King and.
Did he have a shirt off?
I don't know, but yeah, Jordan Peterson gave a full
Liver
fucking
King
talk
was there?
at Sugarland Financial.
He said, "Have you ever
Center
put a
last night.
testicle in your mouth?"
And Liver King.
I think
was
Liver
there.
King asked, like, maybe I saw something wrong, but I think Liver King asked him, like, what's your advice for me to, like, regain my, like popularity? Basically, like, I fucked up lying about the steroid thing, and now
Say
I'm
be
trying
honest?
to, like, I don't know,
Honesty.
but apparently that happened in Sugarland, Texas last night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oz was there.
Oh, he went to it?
Yeah, Oz. I saw Oz post about.
I would have
being
gone
there.
if I knew it was coming. I like Jordan Peterson. He's a cool guy.
Okay. Anybody else you listen to?
Continue.
No, not really.
Okay, so
There's a lot of podcasts.
So you only get your news from the Daily Wire. How often do you consume news content? I'm trying to create a picture.
Maybe an average, like, I don't know. I have something playing an hour a day.
Hour a day? Okay. So, I mean, the fact that you can even run a company and have an hour a day of leisure time is mind-blowing because I work all the time. So, okay, hour a day, Daily Wire. Anything else we should know? How long ago did you start getting interested in politics and why?
Well, I used to be like you and just
Head in the sand.
Really good looking.
just really feel
Big
like no
wiener.
matter what I do has any sort of like why even be informed if I can't have an impact on it. So I would just like not care to be informed.
Okay.
And I hate that word informed because I feel like there's
Misinformed.
misinformed. But at least like having, I think it's important to, I like knowing at least what's, anytime a current event would happen in the past, and I'd be, can't really pitch in here. I'm just in my own little bubble, you know? But just at least knowing what's going on and forming your own opinion on it is important.
So do you listen to news so that you can, if something's going on, you can go, here's my opinion, or do you listen to it so you can go, I'm going to make a difference and do something
More
about
so
it?
for the first, more like
That's how most people are.
Yeah, just to develop an opinion.
Isn't that
To
wild,
have
though?
an opinion.
It's like everyone yells at me because I'm like aware of what's going on in the world. I just don't like, I'm like a headline reader. I read it. Okay, who's mad at who? Okay, why are they mad at each other? What's the outcome of it? Okay, I kind of understand the general, but I don't like go down the rabbit hole, read articles, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm going to have my opinion, like but I'm not going to do anything about it.
Vote.
I'm assuming vote. Okay. Do you vote?
I think too. Though, are you how soon do you think you're gonna have little tiny Christians running
When
around?
you have a kid, I think
Yeah,
that's
like,
when
is that on the horizon
whenever
for you?
shit is like
Yeah.
what's in the classroom is getting fucked. That's gonna
Yeah.
start. That's and like honestly, ever since like I think having an interest in a family more, so that's when I've started like caring more.
That's when most people get
Yeah.
political is when the kids
Okay.
come into the picture.
100%.
Okay, so that's the background.
Yeah,
Daily Wire and
and started.
Our-
and my interest started
yeah,
when
yeah.
I thought I wanted a kid.
All right, here we go. Christian, what do you see as the greatest threats to democracy in the United States?
how come I don't get to answer these?
You can chime in after.
Nice.
I don't fucking know.
I mean, there's just so much that he can answer.
I think the is like continuing on this like system of. I mean, bro, it's like,
okay.
Having two options as the only and we're picking the worst of the way. I don't know. I don't know. The system needs to fucking change eventually, bro.
All right, that's a good answer, Joe. What do you think?
Quickly,
like it's almost like I wish that the libertarian class could almost like right now there's just no chance of any. Yeah, it's just so one and one. There's no
the biggest threat to democracy, which I'm just gonna quote what RFK said: weaponization of a legal system against political opponents. We're seeing it with Trump right now, where all these people are coming out of the woodwork and claiming they're trying to get him off the ticket. They're doing everything they can to get him off the ticket. And if you don't like Trump, okay, that's fine. But RFK's gotten the same shit. Biden is using his administration to try to keep RFK from running for president. That is literally the definition of democracy. Like, if that's not the biggest threat, then what the hell is?
It's like New York.
If one party can decide we don't want this guy to run, so we're going to pin this shit on him and do this and change this law to get him off the ticket,
go
like
through
that is anti-democracy.
Just to make him go through these loopholes or make like and shit like. If you're gonna do it to one person, do it. You have to do it to all, kind of deal. That's like
that's a pretty big threat, and really the first time we're seeing it happen right now. This has not happened up until the last 2 years.
Okay. Christian, should states be allowed to mandate vaccines for school attendance?
No.
Why?
Can't make me do shit. You can't make anyone do anything like no.
Okay. Joe?
Depends on what it is.
COVID, let's say.
See, no, COVID, no. But then, like, polio, probably not a bad idea to get a polio vaccine.
I just assumed you meant COVID.
Yeah, I don't know how I define that, but some stuff, like, I don't think you should have to get a flu shot, no. But then, like, some crazy disease that we finally got rid of that's been fucking up the world for the last 1,000 years, we have a vaccine for, I feel like maybe that one's...
All right. I'm just trying to I only have two more questions, so don't worry, it's not going to get too deep. To what extent does the feminist movement distance itself from the minority groups to gain power? Is it still legitimate, or has it been taken too far in today's society?
It's been taken too far.
Where the fuck did you get these questions?
I thought them up.
Bullshit.
I thought them up.
That's my answer. Been taken too far.
Okay. Any backing of?
No, there you go. That's the answer.
Easy going. Joe?
I'm good.
Okay. Here we go. This one's going to be a little tough one. Will intervention be necessary in the future to subdue North Korea? Should the U.S. act as a world's policeman or focus on its internal affairs and spend less?
Our own place first.
So you don't think we should help other?
We should be primarily focused on allocating our resources to the U.S. and our own problems first.
Joe?
Period.
Agree. In specific, also with the whole legal immigrant thing.
Yeah.
It is nuts to me that we have veterans that went and fought for our freedom that are homeless. Meanwhile, New York City is giving $5,000 fucking cards out to anybody that shows up and says, that gets flown in. Yeah, like that is nuts to me that as a country we're spending 10 grand a head on illegal immigrants, letting them come in and do whatever the fuck they want. Fucking letting them commit crimes and releasing them, then they kill a police officer, then we deport. It's fucking nuts that this is going on. Meanwhile, you have like actual people that fought for our country that are on the fucking streets. No one cares about them, not helping them, not doing anything for them. That's insane to me.
Actually, I got two more questions. These are off the top of my dome. Those ones I wrote out specifically. I wrote those out. Mm-hmm. Do you think weed should be legalized?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's legal in so many states, and like the states that it's not, it's just it's blurred. It's a gray lines, and it's like anytime you have it needs to be a yes or no.
Basically is. Dude.
I think it should just be treated like alcohol. Like
even in Texas,
can't do it in public, can't operate vehicles. You know, like you have to be like that's how I. Yeah. Okay. And oh no, I had it. What was it? What about student loan forgiveness? Because that has come back, right? It got pushed away, and now it's happening.
It's gonna get undone.
Because I have a lot of views.
Will it? Like I saw that podcast guy with the finance guy who was with this girl doing an episode.
The finance guy with the girl.
Yeah, and what's his name? Hammer? Caleb Hammer?
Oh, him. Yeah, Caleb Hammer.
Caleb Hammer. That's a good name. Memorable name.
That's just his name.
Yeah, that's a good name. Anyway, the girl was like, I'm just going to wait for the loan to get the
that's a good
loan
strategy.
Yeah, but you're like, what? You should wait? Yeah. So, but betting on it'll happen, I don't see that like fully happen.
I think that's bananas, and maybe that's just because
he's just buying.
I had to pay back debt.
Dude. He's literally just buying buying back votes. His demographic slipping with the younger crowd. The easiest way to get them back is promising
Student
free
loans.
debt, and he's doing like literally. This is a last ditch effort to get some votes back.
So if everyone, how would that work?
He does not give two shits about anybody getting free loans.
How come I paid my student loans back and that person has to pay
Yeah,
theirs?
yes. So would it work like if you have student loan, it's gone?
If it's federal, yeah,
Okay.
it has to be a federal student loan.
So if
If
someone
you paid your student loans, you ain't getting shit back.
So if someone just paid it, then they're just like, oh, sorry,
luck,
you
yeah.
you should have waited.
yeah, they're
literally,
not refunding you. You're not
That's-
getting anything back.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. We live in crazy times.
But
though,
what
dude.
about
That's
the
not-
people that would say I should get my loans paid off because it was way too expensive and I got ripped off
That's
and like
on
I
you.
can't
You
even get a
fucking
job.
signed it.
I was sold a dream.
Oh yeah. Wake up, America.
I don't get that one. That's the only one that people claim they want to get. It's like, if you made a shitty financial decision, if you bought a house at 18 and fucked up and paid way too much for it, no one's bailing you out of that. Like, it's the same. I don't get the whole argument like, oh, college loan, I should be forgiven for it because it was too expensive. When you agreed to it, you signed the fucking paperwork.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, guys. Well, dude is
Just drop out and
Dude
don't
without
get
a
a
beard
job.
looks real weird.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, like his nose is so long.
I got his okay.
I was looking at. I was like, because Nala, when she sleeps down, like sometimes she has
Yeah.
that fur there. You know,
yeah. I took him into the groomer and I wanted to get a summer
he
cut.
looks like a poodle.
I know. I wanted to get a summer cut. So we're like, hey, can you trim
weird.
his? Because normally, even if he gets a short cut, his mustache is long. So
I kind of like. I mean,
don't.
I said, can you trim his ears and his mustache? But she also trimmed, which no fault to her, I'm sure, makes sense. But she also trimmed his beard under his lip, and so his face is like way skinnier than the rest of his body.
as you can see here.
I like how we start talking about him and he's like, all right, I'll
There
come
he
hang
is.
out.
How old is he? 8?
No.
7.
No, he's like 4.
What? He's 5.
Oh.
Wow, my time is off.
How old's Nala?
She's about to turn 11. No, maybe 11.
How old's Alphalete?
Dude, stop looking at your dick.
Almost 10.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but my hands like all kind of.
You know the rule. If Dad can't do it, if I can't lick my own wiener, you can't lick
I
your
was like,
own.
wait a second. As we get home, Dad will do it for you.
Yo, what's your thoughts on dogs just barking, man?
It annoys me.
Nala doesn't do it. You know.
It always I'm always like yelling at dude if he barks, but then it's like dogs bark. That's what dogs do. But like,
It's a big bark.
it's a powerful bark.
Yeah.
I give Senna 1, like in the apartment. She gets 1 bark. After that first one, she's getting a correction on the second one.
You know what I can't understand, dude? There's some dogs, not only that just get out of the gates in my neighborhood, but like when I walk around, there's probably 3 to 4 different dogs I see all the time that they're just in the backyard just barking at me or whatever, just barking like crazy. And I go, if I'm in my house and dude is outside just barking his ass
if Nala
off,
barks outside,
Oh, I go out
I
there-
literally go and I grab her inside.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
Poor neighbors. Like I'm like, oh my god, my neighbors gonna get pissed.
bro, there's a tiny dog that will start barking like 6 a.m. and I just can't wrap my head around how you as the owner,
You can hear it.
Dogs, okay.
they live right next to me.
That's wild.
And I go, how can you let your dog just bark? Like
'cause
you
they
have to
don't
hear
care.
it. If I
Yeah.
can hear it in my house,
It's because they don't care. I thought about this the other day too, but like our dogs are a different kind of dog than most people's dog. Most people buy their kids a dog because the kid wanted it, then the kid didn't take care of it, they got stuck with it. They don't care about the fucking dog.
I was explaining this to Taylor, and I said, I think there's a difference of people who have a dog as a just an animal that they have and they keep alive, and then of like our dogs, which are like pets that are part of our family. Because in my head, I'm like, how are you just gonna let your dog be outside just barking, and like I would immediately go outside.
Well, same
and
with,
be
like,
like,
leaving
dude,
them.
what are you doing? Like, come inside, or like, is something wrong? Like, what?
Yeah, like leaving. Like I feel so. If I leave Senna alone for 5 hours at home, I'm like, I got to get home right now and take her out, make sure everything. But there's people that put their
forgot to
dogs in
feed-
a kennel for fucking
You say
12
that
hours a day and just leave them in a
You
kennel.
say that, but I said I forgot to feed dude one time and had to get back from going out.
Because I knew you were lying. And you were lying, trying to get out of going out. Max has changed so much.
He
dude.
lies now?
He doesn't drink. Literally, at the beginning of this podcast, you're like, oh, I'll take a shot. And he's like, oh, I have to work out.
Yeah, and then he just
I
like
threw up blood and went
He
to the
lied.
hospital.
Shut up, Max. He lied about, we went out to dinner the other night and he was like, oh, I forgot to feed dude. We can't go out after this. We got to go home right after dinner. And we called him out and he finally admitted he was lying to try to not go out. Like imagine a world that Max 2 years ago, Max would talk shit to you if you didn't take a shot. Now all of a sudden he's like, oh, I forgot to meet dude. I got to go home.
To be honest, I literally have almost I don't drink like I used to ever since I threw up blood, which I would hope I don't. But I always have this fear of that ever happening again. So like I changed myself, right? Like I feel like if
That's good. I support that.
Have I shown you the photos?
I don't wanna
of the
see that
blood.
Yeah, you sent to me what happened.
I mean, if you saw these photos,
it looked bad.
oh my God, right? And also, like, I legitimately just want to like be home with my dog. Like, I'm one of those people. Like, when I'm out, I'm like,
I agree.
If
I've always
dude's
been like
gone,
that.
if
You
I'm
just
away,
talk shit to me
you
about
have
that.
been like that. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Almost. I get it. No, I get it fully.
I was like that, and y'all talk shit to me about it, and now I'm the one that's like, let's go out because I'm downtown. I'm bored as hell. But
Whose
now
fault
no one
is
wants
that,
to go
Joe?
out.
Whose
I
fault
know.
is that?
you know, last thing about dogs, y'all's dogs are butthole dogs, man.
What?
Yeah, like y'all's dog's tails, like butthole just out all the time. Dude has this fluff thing. You don't see a dude's butthole and he's walking around.
Why are you just staring at my dog's ass?
That's all I could. It's just staring at me in the face. Just rectum.
I've never had that thought in my life.
You didn't realize your dog had a butthole?
Not once in the history of knowing Christian did I look at Nala and say, "Oh, look, ass."
Like when dogs were designed,
worried about
why
you,
wouldn't
dude.
they kind of cover the butthole a little
With
bit?
short-tailed dogs, I've noticed before,
Like I took a nice gander.
but medium to long-length tails, never noticed. Like Nalas will go up.
Yeah, I will
sometimes,
say
but
that
I-
Senna's is.
I would have
right
used
there,
Senna
but-
as an example.
Yeah.
Not
But here's what I think:
Not Nala.
when dude sits on the couch or whatever, his tail like tucks under and it covers his butt. If you have like a little Frenchie or a lot of these dogs that are just butthole up, like when they're sitting, it's asshole.
Yeah.
On, like rectum on
Senna,
fabric.
bro, I got a white cloud couch. If you know what that is, you know
You
what
have
it
a
is.
white one?
Yeah. And I got it delivered. And the day I got it delivered, Senna like walked up and like backed into it and like laid down and just like ass straight. Nothing got on it, but I like watched her asshole like rub on the side of the white couch, and I was like, So yes, that does happen. Yeah, if there's no tail to cover it.
How come
then-
dogs don't have butt cheeks?
I don't know. It's a good question. You should look. I don't think any animal has. Well,
muscular
like
dogs.
cows and no, they
No,
don't.
baboons.
don't have
Which
butt
one?
cheeks,
Which one?
though.
Which one has those red butt cheeks, dude?
I think they're colored, but they're still not like human.
They're butt cheeks.
I need to see a picture.
Yeah, because I don't think animals can like pull their cheeks apart. So I don't think
Or
they
think
do
of
have
like
that.
Mufasa,
Yeah.
Rafiki.
No, I'm not arguing they have butt
Yeah.
cheeks. I just don't think it's like a human's where it's like
It's like
I
functional.
think their ass is still like above it.
Yeah. Like the.
I don't.
I
This is
need,
a
like I said,
crazy-
need to see a picture.
Yeah.
Bro, the body's actually designed really weird. I mean, you
I
think
will
about
give
it.
you the short-haired dog thing. If I got a male, I think I want a longer-haired dog because I don't want a wiener just like out all the time. Like short-haired male dogs, I'm like,
You know, male dogs.
Yeah.
I actually
yeah.
It's a lot.
like. Let's just take out. I got dude neutered,
Yeah.
right? Because I did a lot of. People are split down the middle on the whole neuter thing, right?
I don't think
Really?
so.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
very heavily
Nah,
get 'em
nah,
neutered.
nah, nah, nah.
I think the time frame maybe is a split
Nah,
decision, but
6
everyone's
months
pretty
plus, you're
unanimous.
good, like-
Yeah.
No, a lot of people will be not only anti because they'll be like, "What if someone just cut your nuts off?" Like they'll
my
be
God.
that, or they'll say like, "Oh, why are you like? It's a natural thing. Why would you cut?" You know, people are really against even like circumcision, right? So this is like
Wait,
ripping your
people
dogs
are
off.
against circumcision? Circumcision?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are like very anti. I mean, I don't know them specifically, but like a lot of people, like when they have kids, are like, my kid will not be circumcised because it's mutilating the baby.
I don't. Do we
That's
want
a
to
real
talk about
thing.
this right now?
I mean, we're not doing it. What?
Okay. I'm saying I would say that
Joe's like, wait, y'all are circumcised?
I am. I would say that I've never in my life ever had a girl disappointed that I wasn't. I don't think any girl in the history of women
I'm not
is
talking
like,
about
I wish.
sexually. I think
No,
more
but
for like-
I'm saying sexually. I don't think any woman ever is like, I prefer an uncut. Like that's a weird.
That's not even the angle I was going at. It was more. The
I'm saying
point
I
I'm
think
getting at.
unanimously everyone's cool with that too.
No,
Same with the neuter thing.
People are split. Some people are.
That was
like,
a weird comparison
Yeah.
to make.
Okay. Fine.
I'm like, I got
he brought it
lost.
up. I
so
was just.
some people are split, but literally the reason
I don't think people are that split. Are they?
I think there's plenty. I bet there's people because
Are they split or is it the same as
don't-
politics where the fucking crazy ones are just the loudest ones in the room?
why don't you just
Like, is it
answer?
10 people that are upset about it that they're commenting
Why
every
don't-
fucking day?
No. Why don't you answer this? Have you ever seen a dog that is clearly not a puppy with nuts?
Not outside of like country dogs.
Have you seen a dog
Yeah.
that has nuts?
Yeah.
That is someone who decided not to get their
Yeah,
dog.
but they're breeding it or it's like an outside dog, like hunting dogs and shit. They don't care. I very rarely have I seen a pet
the
with its
point I'm
nuts.
getting at, the entire reason
Yeah.
wasn't because
Dude's not a dog. Dude's a pet. There you go.
I didn't want to look at dude's nutsack. That's
Yeah.
why that was like the main reason of getting him
Well,
circumcised.
that's my dad has a Bernese Mountain Dog, which is like a 120-pound dog, and he's getting neutered this week. But up until now, he's almost 2 years old, and there's just like human-sized nuts just dragging
That's what I
across
always
your legs
think of,
and
like
shit.
not only butthole on couch,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like when
Like
the
my dad
dog
will be
comes up
cuddling
on the
with him, there's
couch.
just like balls.
Yeah, when the dog's like up on you, I was like, you know, like when I'm laying with Taylor, it's not like well, it's a weird comparison. Like, I don't. Look, it depends what we're doing, but like I don't want my dog's giant nuts just like laying on the couch. Maybe if he was wearing pants.
Yeah.
Little dog pants.
Maybe Taylor don't want your nuts laying on her. Just drop them off real quick. Take you to the vet.
You know, the only reason we have nuts is because the warmth. It needs the
I
sperm.
don't think that's the reason, but okay.
Yeah, the sperm has to be outside the body. Have you ever thought about why your balls are just hanging outside your body?
I haven't thought about that.
No.
It's because I believe if it was inside your body, it would be too hot and it would kill the sperm.
That
Like it needs to regulate the temperature.
I feel like that could be
So
correct.
that's why it is. But here's a question.
Yeah.
This is a wild one. Let's say new technology came out and they said, hey, we can we can reverse your nuts and put it. There's a way that we
So
can
you just have a dick.
So you can just have a
I feel like
dick.
that'd look weird.
That would look.
Would you be down with only having a dick if like there was no downside at all besides?
Yeah.
I think I would get rid of my balls.
Yeah,
Really?
it's just like it's less in the way.
I mean, yeah, dude.
I don't know
Who
how.
am I talking? I'm a
how
fucking
in
grower,
depth-
not a
No one,
shower.
no one would ever
I don't know
sack
how
tap me
in
again.
depth we want to get.
Let's get balls
Fuck
deep.
it. Yeah, we've gotten this deep. There's been times in the act, maybe it's just me, but like they kind of go up sometimes. Like during activities, they kind of go up anyways, right? To get out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lift up.
Yeah, and I'm saying there's been times where they've kind of gone up, and I've looked down and be like, that looks weird. Like, where'd they go? That's
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just, it looks
Sometimes,
weird
and then
visually.
sometimes they're like way low.
Oh yeah, and then you're like, damn, I'm a man.
and it's
Nice.
yeah, you're like, damn, I could hang this in the back of a truck.
Yeah.
truck nuts.
I will say that when they go up, sometimes I have looked down and be like, what the fuck is like? So I don't think I would. I think it like
It's like
It'd
the
be-
little
it'd look weird.
It's like the little Dickie song when like Chris Brown is like, why does your dick stay perched up on your balls like that?
I get yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
I think I would get my nuts removed.
Just because. Well, yeah, but you sit like a girl, so that makes sense.
You do.
That's probably your biggest
No,
complaint.
Joe
is
thinks
that
it's weird that I do
That
but,
is
but sometimes
weird.
I have to lift and I have to
you wouldn't have to do that anymore.
I wouldn't have to lift anymore.
All right. Now we know the root cause.
There is nothing wrong with sitting like this.
I mean, no.
I think it's comfortable.
Yeah. You got a purse.
I'll pull my mace out of it.
There you go.
And I will mace
Yeah.
some. What do you think about me carrying
My
mace?
balls are really like usually like a few times in the
thinking about
week.
this.
A few times in the week, I'm like I'm just like God. It's just like it is kind of annoying, you know. If like I'm laying on my side and you got to
Yeah, you have to-
rearrange
you always have to-
constantly.
Yeah.
Like 5 times a day minimum. You're
5?
rearranging
Dude,
probably.
I'm not going to name names, but someone I know got hit with a lawsuit because they
Because of his balls?
frequently adjusted themselves. They
Nah.
like work in an office and they were like adjusting themselves a couple times a day, and somebody that I guess saw
No
it
way.
claimed that it was like a sexual advance on them and they weren't comfortable with it.
Well, I think the defense would go, hey, if you're a man, you understand that
I
you
know.
have to adjust. Things stick. Things need to be lifted. Things
this girl
need
was
to be
claiming he
moved.
was like doing it, like looking at. I don't know, but I know there's been lawsuits that have happened.
I'll be
because of
sure
that.
to not do it at Alphalin anymore.
Yeah. Because
Don't
I
risk
even
it.
think about it. Like I do it sometimes. I'm not even paying attention. I'm doing it.
How often do y'all check for testicular cancer? I try to do it like, you ever think to do that? It's important.
Is that your excuse for what else you're doing?
What?
No.
Don't even know
What
how
I
to
do with my,
that.
don't bother me when I'm cleaning my room.
I'm vacuuming.
Do you know how to check? Do you know how to check for?
No.
I don't know.
Are you serious? You've never like, you don't do the periodic checks for
What?
like,
How?
I mean, I feel like I would notice pretty quick if.
what would you? No, you have to do the check to understand it.
I don't know.
You squeeze the marbles to feel if there's a small size pea size, like a pea size marble in your marble.
I've never done
And if
that.
you feel a little pea size marble in your marble, you should go get checked out. But you got to check because that's how you can early detection. This is just a pro tip.
I'm gonna do that today.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Christian's gonna go to the bathroom and go. You just
You have a technique.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
and you're hoping you don't feel anything. You don't want to feel anything. But
If you did,
what?
Are you?
You go to the doctor, Joe.
I think I'm scared. I don't think I want to know.
If you have testicular cancer,
I'm honestly like I'm the guy that's like I don't want to go to the dermatologist because I'm terrified they're gonna find. I'd almost rather not know and have a great 20 years where I'm not worried about it than
That
find
is-
something and like
actually, this is a perfect.
if you had a brain tumor,
this is
would you want to know?
This is perfect, Joe.
Okay.
Because your ignorance
Yeah.
on your own health of I don't want to know is not only ignorant, selfish to the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm over here just briefly looking at headlines of politics getting ripped apart. Joe's like, yeah, dude, if I have brain cancer, I don't even want to get...
I don't know if I want to know.
I've been thinking about
Because what if it's uncurable? What if you found out tomorrow that you're going to die in 10 years?
I would
in 2 years?
I would want to know.
I would not. I would have a much better 2 years if I didn't know.
You're selfish, bro.
How is that selfish?
Because people care about you much as you
I
might
know,
not
but
think,
they're not-
and people want to like maybe I should spend time with Joe more, or like my family should come in.
Here's
because
a question. Genie walks in right now. Do you want to know when you die? Do you say yes or no?
I say
He can
no.
tell you the date and time and how it happens.
I say no for
See,
sure.
I don't want to know. And I feel like
different.
it's similar.
You're talking about genies. I'm talking about ball
I'm just saying,
cancer.
like, I don't want to know.
I've
On
been,
that front, I do want to know.
I've
I'm
been
just saying,
thinking there's actually it's actually opening in Houston, but there's these new like clinics around the nation that essentially it's the top tier scan. It's like $2,500, and it literally is this. It's essentially like almost like an MRI machine, but it scans your entire body to like legitimately it can tell like stage 1 tumor. It'll just basically check your whole body and be like if there's anything irregular at all.
That came out.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
if
like
I
a
want to
newer
do
thing.
that. I don't know if I'd do that. They're gonna find something.
So if you have weird moles on your body, instead of just go getting it checked
I have
twice
a lot
a year,
of moles on me. I mean, I don't
you should
know.
go to the dermatologist.
I probably should
1 to 2 times a year
but
to
I'm
get
also-
your moles checked.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just
I've had 3 cut off me because they were like abnormal. They had to cut them off, and because they can. First of all, melanoma is one of the easiest early detection cancers to like check. Same
All right.
with like a prostate cancer. Are you going to get a prostate
I'm gonna go-
exam?
You have to, I think.
Says
Right?
who?
I don't know. Everyone they hit 40, you do it, right?
Joe's like they can't tell me to get a vaccine, but I'm
So my dad has prostate cancer, so I'm
You had
getting
prostate cancer?
yeah. So I'm gonna
didn't know that.
I'm gonna like there's a test that you can
yeah, it's a
Start-
finger of the butt.
you
Yeah,
start,
say,
you
Max,
start
yours coming
requesting
up.
to the test to like
I've already gotten one.
What?
Well,
I just want to know how I felt, so I did it myself.
No, I went to the doctor.
You
Yeah.
got an early prostate exam?
Nah, there's something else going on, but I had to get finger of the butt.
Did you like it?
No, but it was weird. And then I had to get it's 1 step below a colonoscopy. It's like a
What was going on? You want to talk about it? It's fine.
we're all good, but
Okay.
I want to get something checked
wanna
out.
check, yeah.
I want to get something
just
checked
wanna
out.
check.
And it was something kind of weird, so I got it checked out, and then I had to get like a like a literal like tube stuck up my butt,
When?
and then they like
put
squirt
you to
like
sleep?
then they put like air. It was weird,
I don't like that. I don't like the doctor.
and it was weird. The doctor
stuff.
was talking to me way too cool for like his finger being up my butt.
Well, he does it all day long.
Yeah, but he was
I
like,
think
like asking me questions, and I'm like, I don't want to talk right now while your fingers. in my
Yeah,
butt.
dude. When I did the whole TRT thing, and I thought,
No
you
lumps,
go
by
in,
the way.
drop the pants, they give me a little shot, and their face is right next to my ass, and they're like, "What are you doing this weekend?" I'm like, "I don't talk to me. Well, like do this, and then talk to me." When you get
What
back
would
up here."
happen? Would you go back to the
Oh, I
clinic?
stopped. By the way,
He told me.
This
feel like shit.
this is getting too long, but
I feel terrible.
if you gave a little toot while someone
Balls
is,
gonna get smaller if you get back on.
would you?
They're getting bigger now.
Yeah, mine's small.
It's nice. Yeah.
If the TRT person was injecting in your butt
Mm-hmm.
at the clinic, and you tooted in their face, what would you do? Would you go back ever again?
No, I'm moving cities.
Like I'm not saying
Fucking
you,
place.
let's say just accident. I don't know. You
I don't know,
Like
but
a reaction to the needle going in.
they have
think-
full permission to like. Yeah.
actually just like this. Oh my god.
I don't think I'd go back. I think I'm done.
What would you say to them?
I give them full.
Would you just?
I'd be like, I'll start doing it myself from now on.
Yeah, I mean they have full permission to like punch me in the face. Like if they have permission to come at you if that happens.
Yeah, I think that's a law. Like I think it's.
Is it? You just full permission. Oh, dude, that'd be bad.
Ugh.
I'm like terrified, even like around like a girlfriend or something. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm not at that stage yet.
Wait,
What's your test level now? Like, are you testing?
Oh,
your
I don't
blood
know.
work?
I mean, I was. Well, I just stopped 2 weeks ago. I was like 9 something, but now I don't know.
Do you fart in front of
I
Heidi?
probably should go get checked.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, see, no, I'm the
There's
same,
been-
and I'm
okay.
actually scared sometimes that like
There's
I'm
been
gonna,
one or
like,
two times where it is legitimately like pressed like an accident, and
I'm-
she
I'm
will never let
terrified
me
of
live
that.
it down.
Yeah.
But I would never in a million years like just like sitting next to her in the same. I would never like ever.
No.
Yeah, no. Buttholes, balls, farts.
Nice.
You go check mine tonight.
No,
Yeah, I'm
dude.
kind of worried now. Actually, no, there's a bathroom right
you
there.
Just,
Go for it.
Yeah, I can't believe y'all ever never done that. I mean,
Well,
hopefully,
honestly, dude, you're on TRT. They're so small, anyways. There's nothing to really even.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, like mine are pretty small now.
Yeah.
like in like
That's
what,
the first
like
thing
a
I
grape,
noticed.
like a pea, a grape.
Grape.
I haven't felt them. I haven't. I don't know. I need to go feel them.
Yeah.
I know they're smaller for sure.
I don't
than
like
they
2
used to be.
cantaloupes.
I would say half. I would say in the 8 months I was on TRT, I would say half the size.
Damn.
Half?
That's quick. See, I never like paid attention.
That's good because then y'all's small wiener looks a little bigger.
That
New
was,
episodes every
Rich Biani used to say
Monday.
Yeah.
No, because he would always say
Like small nuts, big dick.
he's
small,
like-
nice, big dick.
He's like, why would I want? He goes, why would I want my balls hanging lower than my dick?
Yeah.
He's like, I would want smaller balls, so then my dick hangs lower than my
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah.
Looks bigger.
Yeah. I wish he could
He's
be
not
on the
wrong.
pod, man.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be.
That'd be dope.
He'd be like, what's up? God damn it. Yeah, dude. R.I.P. Rich Biani. That was a wild era of like YouTube and stuff.
Bro. That was.
I actually watched a video like 2 days ago. He was like
Rich.
eating like
Ben
egg
and
whites and
Jerry's,
shit, and I'm just
bro.
like, this man is so large.
Bro, every time I see like
he had a-
something pop up, I'm like, man, this is gold.
I'm not even
didn't know he had the
I don't
gold.
give a shit about bodybuilding. I watch some of those videos.
Oh, yeah,
that dude ate a pint of Ben and Jerry's every fucking night.
He would have them
Like every night.
Yep.
It's like Cherry Garcia or something.
Heidi was on a flight with him one time. Like
What?
Yeah, he was like sitting like in the row in front of her and like in the aisle seat, and she said that
Was he in first class?
no,
What?
but he opens up his bag, literally like 21 fucking cheese bacon bagels, all wrapped up. He ate like 5 on the flight.
Well,
The whole
bro, when you have to maintain 350 pounds of muscle, I mean,
Well,
like,
I guess that's now we're getting off topic from the end of this, but that's the same as that Sam Sulek guy or whatever. He just fucking eats like shit. He's ice
Yeah.
cream and fucking Big Macs all day long.
Because at a certain point, if you're trying to eat like all clean calories to maintain 250 pounds or over 200 pounds of just egg whites and fucking white and like
12
wheat bread
donuts for breakfast. And
like to get those amount of calories, you have to. You have to. Like you'd be miserable.
shit's nuts.
Shit's nuts.
Anyways, yeah.
Speaking of that, check your nuts. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this episode up. I hope you enjoyed it with the boys. We'll see you probably in 2 weeks because I'm going to España. So no episode next week. But if you're on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're on any sort of podcast streaming service, give us a 5-star review. Don't know what it does, but I think it helps. Make sure you check out Joe and Christian down in the description. Thanks for tuning in. Eat more
Peace.
sour strips. And
Thanks for watching.
Ever forward.
ever forward. Woof! I think that was a good episode.
I think
that
so.
was-